Okay, but what I want to see is the Scooby-Doo gang as aliens in like the old 70s style, and everything is the same except the gang are aliens.
And this is
They
never
like don't even speak English, or just like and there's like no subtitles or anything, but the show just carries on like they were speaking perfect English.
So Doctor Who?
No, not like that at all.
Not at all.
Oh. Okay.
Are you not a Doctor Who fan?
No.
We can
I'm
tell.
gonna run a Doctor Who one-shot just for you.
No, that sounds awful,
And
actually.
I'll make you be the Doctor.
Oh, this sounds amazing. Ready,
Oh
Graham?
my god. Wait, what?
The Doctor Who RPG system has these things called story points, where you can spend a story point and just make a thing happen or true. And it's
I think
the best.
Didn't Modifius also publish that, or is that a different one?
I think Modifius didn't publish that, but the Eric Campbell led a Doctor. It was called Eric's TBD RPG. Did a Doctor Who campaign, and it was fantastic. Yeah. Amy Dolan was the Doctor. It was really good, and also she looked shockingly like the next Doctor that they picked before they announced it.
Yeah.
She looked like Jodie Whittaker.
The Doctor that they made looked exactly like Jodie Whittaker before Jodie Whittaker was announced as the Doctor.
Interesting.
It was like they fucking called that shit. It was wild.
If he's the Doctor, I'm gonna be the Master. I'm gonna ruin his day.
So in the Eric's TBD
Chills. I don't know
RPG,
about you, Kyle.
Taliesin Jaffe played the Master.
Yeah,
and it was fantastic.
He came back in Shield of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
I
His
love
first
that.
crossover.
That's my favorite episode of Shield of Tomorrow, bar none.
I unfortunately I did not watch that episode because it had Doctor Who in it.
What is your beef?
I'm sorry.
But seriously, that does sound less like, oh, I'm just not a fan, and more like, I have a vehement hatred of this thing.
Like it sounds like you have a grudge against the Doctor. Did he like turn your girlfriend into a what did he turn that guy's girlfriend into?
A book.
A face
No,
on
it
a
was
stone tablet?
Yeah, it was a stone tablet.
Yeah.
Originally, it was a
so-
face on, I think, a kidney, like that lower portion of the body.
It was like a guy had absorbed a bunch of people, and his girlfriend's face was like in the dude's stomach or something.
Yeah, somewhere around the kidney area. No, kidney's on the back.
Gorbaloff.
So to give this as little of a explanation as possible, you know all of the Star Trek episodes where they go and do time travel?
Yeah.
This is going to be a really
didn't happen.
unpopular opinion. This is going to be a really, really unpopular opinion. I understand that, and I apologize. I don't like those episodes.
Oh wait, let me start the recording first.
Wait, are you telling me we're never gonna have a time travel episode?
That's... You know what? Yeah, I can probably put that outside. Yeah, actually. Same thing as we're not going to have Mirror Universe. I don't really care.
I
Sorry.
hate the Mirror
Honestly,
Universe
like,
and love
Those are
and
not
love it.
unpopular opinions at all. Those are
I
not-
just have to say that I feel like you were laboring under a gross misunderstanding of what Doctor Who is.
Yeah, so I think the reason why I never got into Doctor Who is that I never had somebody to, like, hold my hand and be like, hey, this is something and here's how you're supposed to watch that.
And here's how you're supposed to watch it.
Because anytime I started to try on my own, I watched like a full, like, 2 seasons of it. I watched the Christopher Eccleston one, and I watched one of the David Tennant ones, seasons, and I just thought it, and unfortunately this is gonna sound naive of me and I apologize, but it just looked like shit. Sorry, I don't.
That's part of its charm. That's like saying the original series looked like shit.
The original series did look like shit, and
Okay,
guess
like-
what? I also don't like the original series. So
Yeah,
I'm
but-
Okay, so now we're gonna have to fight.
Okay.
If you don't
now-
like the legitness of it, you're just
so
not gonna
now
like
I'm
Doctor
gonna
Who
have to
because it's
come
kind of
find
part of
you.
the appeal.
Yeah, sorry,
And-
Jack. Say what you said again.
If you don't like the low budget look, you're just never gonna like Doctor Who because
Yeah.
A, that's part of the appeal. B, it's very low budget. The BBC does not have a lot of money.
I mean, it's gotten more high budget as the seasons have gone on, honestly. But
see, and here's the thing: I've seen clips and stuff from like the later seasons where they've had a little bit more money where they can invest in CG and stuff. And unfortunately, they're trying to beef up stuff that didn't look good at the beginning of it, and around when the Daleks are like flying around. Even though it's in CG, it still looks like shit. I hate to base it completely off of aesthetics, because all of the actors who have been Doctor Who, I love them in the other stuff, like David Tennant in Broadchurch, one of my favorite performances ever. David Tennant as and this is gonna make you really mad. David Tennant as Doctor Who, it's chintzy and weird. I don't know.
I get that. There are a lot of anime that are people just like, oh, this is amazing. I'm like, yeah, but it makes my eyeballs bleed.
Yeah, that's just what it is for me.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you don't like the original series. So where do you want to engage in ritual combat?
I'll get the Amok Time soundtrack.
I've seen the important episodes of original series that are relevant to what I need.
Your options are in front of Mount Rushmore or in the parking lot of a Denny's.
Parking lot of Denny's would work, I think.
Yeah.
I recommend the parking lot near me by the Denny's, because at least after Kestra's done kicking your ass, I get you free healthcare.
What?
Thank you. Actually, no, that doesn't work. I'm still an American citizen. I would still have to pay, right?
No.
Oh,
No, we'll heal your ass right up.
Canadian soil.
cool. All right. Well, that was a fun little chat. Is everybody ready to play?
Yes.
I think Rokel just needs to join. Hey, buddy.
Rokel's here.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah. No,
can
I
I say
in the
that
game.
like the Foundry plugins for Lancer are kind of amazing?
Lancer?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
is that
a,
the one with the mecha?
Yes.
Oh
The
my God,
Foundry
we're talking about
plugins
fucking
actually
mech
have
again.
like animated machine gun and laser fire from token to token.
Look, all I'm saying is that in the vast area of the Shackleton Expanse, there has to be at least one planet that has invented mecha.
Okay, but square cube law.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I already gave you guys a tank. I'm sorry. That's as far as I could go. And when I told the other GMs on the server that I give you a tank, they were like, "That's gonna be great and cool for about a minute, and then you'll have to use it." So yeah, I don't think mechs.
Honestly,
are gonna be
I was thinking about maybe requesting a swap out for the tank because we never get to use the tank. But I could see a use for maybe like a Peregrine fighter.
Yeah, I mean, your ship and
Okay.
stuff is up to you.
But like we could just say, "Hey, command, can we swap a shuttle for a Peregrine and lose nothing?" Instead of, swapping our tank.
Well, hey, we could do that. I'm just not sure if God will let us.
You guys have never tried to swap out anything, and I don't. To me, I don't think I've put up any actual barriers to that. You just have to ask in story, and and then we'll see how it goes. Ships up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But if we do get a Peregrine, I'm setting Kelly on it.
I need Kelly in engineering where shit starts going on fire.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, Kelly has free time.
If we're under
All right.
attack and she's using the Peregrine, I need her in engineering where shit's on fire.
Is everybody at their computers and ready? Rokel, are you there?
I'm here. Oh well, sorry.
Nash?
I'm not Rokel. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm here.
okay.
I am making my bed, but I'm here.
All right. I'm gonna make sure that I have
It's
everything.
a weird
you
way to
guys are
pronounce
going.
brownies. And
You know
cutting
what?
that one.
Oh, jeez. All right. Welcome everybody to the USS Guan Yu, a Star Trek Adventures RPG show here on the USS Guan Yu channel. My name is Tyler. I'm the GM of this game. We are joined by every single player that we have, all 5 of us. Last time we left off, it's actually been a really long time. What did happen last time? As I thought that I was prepared, and I'm bringing up the log to actually look and see what happened. Oh yeah, Commander Hagen got a brain issue from actually attempting telekinesis. It was possible.
Succeeding at telekinesis, thank you. It wasn't a lot, but it was a success.
Yeah, it only caused a small, minor brain bleed, but everything's all good.
Hey, I didn't say it was an unqualified success.
An aneurysm is a small price to pay for progress.
The crew decided on a fate of the Lormian child Tetu. Tetu being given Captain
Sound
Edwards.
like we were sentencing him or something. We decided.
We were.
Can I please do this intro?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, do you like the original?
Oh my
series or
Jesus
not?
Christ!
I just want to get that clear before we go on.
Oh yeah, here's my hot take on the original series. Anyways, let's keep going. The entire crew are looking around and scoping around from the Lormian homeworld. Something doesn't appear to be going quite right in regards to the anomalous children. Starting to look into some Orion shenanigans in the Shackleton Expanse. And now, with their ship fully and completely brought up and upgraded, the crew of the USS Guan Yu are now, after a surprise party that went really well, are now ready and rearing to set off into the great unknown to find a planet to put down roots for the Lormian refugees that were kind of sort of maybe stolen from Captain Edwards, but whatever. Captain Edwards stole them. But anyways, all right. It is going to be...
You can't steal people. You kidnap them, and they got on my ship willingly.
All right, so I think we're going to call this... we're going out into the unknown. Something bad could happen. We never know. So let's go ahead and call it a 3-threat game. So 3 times 5 is 15 threat.
Probably have like 30 by the end of it.
Hey, that's okay. And you know me, I like using threat. So let's start the action here in the conference room. Meeting room.
What have I told you about surprise meetings?
I love throwing surprise meetings. Okay.
I'm gonna need somebody to kind of like tap dance around this. I'm supposed to be looking up these planets to see which one we're gonna go to first, and I forgot. So I'm looking desperately right now. Sorry.
Yeah. If you need me to DM you the link, the downloads again, would be happy to do that. But I don't think they're very far up in our chat history.
No, I got them right here.
Okay.
In other words, he doesn't like talking to you outside of work hours.
All right. Okay. We're gonna start the action here. Everybody has been brought. Everybody has been brought to the conference room on board the USS Guan Yu by Captain Edwards. The ship is ready for takeoff at this point in time, but y'all still need to actually plan and, inadvertently tell the GM what you're intending to do. I'm going to open it up to you. I believe it's Captain Edwards' meeting, so Edwards, take it away.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah, as if we haven't hit this nail on the head 1,000 times, we are heading to those 3 planets, preferably the most ideal one first. Ensign Woodyard. I believe I tasked you to work with Lieutenant Mitchell to plot a course between the 3 and make us a nice, easy route. I'd like to spend about a week at each doing a proper survey.
Hi, Captain. Oh, I guess you want me to tell you which ones we're gonna go to.
That would be ideal, yes.
Yes, of course.
Let me know if I need to bring up the map tablet.
No, I've got it here.
Okay.
Well, If we go to sector SE942518, there is a yellow star with one planet that is 1.14 Earth density and 1.12 Earth gravity. It's terrestrial, molten core. I think it's a very good idea. The only issue, the only issue I find, actually, one of the only issues, sorry, only issues that would come for us is that it doesn't really have a lot of seasons, but it should be great for an arboreal race to stay within temporal norm.
Temperate, you mean?
I don't know, I think he wants to shunt the Lormians through time. Keep going.
No, temperate norm. I'm sorry. We're stupid. Titan is a genius. Temperate
One
norm.
would hope the planet we choose is within temporal norms.
Temperate norm. And I push a button, and the sector comes up, and the star is star system SE942580087.
I have a quick question for the GM.
Yeah, what's up?
Lamria?
It's actually Oregon.
Oregon.
Orgun.
Oregon 3. Okay, thank you. Oregon 3. What... You know how a lot of planets are like, it's a desert planet, or it's an arboreal planet, or it's a whatever? Is Oregon 3 like that, or is it more Earth style in that it has a lot of differing climates?
So that is a really good question. So Oregon 3, the Lormian homeworld, it's kind of a small planet for an M class. It is considered an arboreal planet with forest that's covering most of the surface. It does have an icy north and south pole. Nobody really goes there because why? Would you need to? In terms of what you know about the planet is that it wasn't the reason why it's so small is from what you've learned from the computer core, it was pulled out of a sort of Mercury-like orbit. You know, Mercury is really, really small compared to Earth. It was pulled out of its orbit and then terraformed to sit sort of at the Goldilocks zone orbit, but it's just very small. So it's technically Class M, but that's really the only thing that matches because normally Class M planets are larger in order to sustain their atmosphere and things like that. You need a certain amount of gravity for that. But it's not really a normal Class M. But yeah, that's
Okay.
what you sort of know.
Okay, and is it one more question, follow up.
Yeah.
Is it more of a evergreen type of arboreal, or is it like these have seasons and there are, the leaves fall, come back in the spring?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not like the Russian taiga, like a bunch of conifers all over. It's pretty varied. Of course it does have seasons, just because of the way that a normal Goldilocks orbit goes.
Right.
So the trees that are deciduous, that are like normal, like not oak necessarily, because oak is an earth tree, but oak-like trees, yeah, they have color changes and things like that, and the leaves fall. This is information that you get from the cultural databases, from the Lormians. There's stuff about the seasons changing there all the time. There's winter season right now. The current season that it is on Oregon 3 is spring. So
Alrighty.
that what you will.
Coolio. Now I can make an informed decision about these different planets.
Mhm.
Please continue, Trev.
Now, I do not. Player does not have information. Does not have like the vegetation information on this planet.
Yeah,
But because
that's why we need to do surveys.
Okay, just making
This
sure
is-
that that's not
yeah,
information that I'm going
this
to
is-
have already.
These three might be okay, but we are, two sectors away.
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah. So, Trev, the data that you're getting, most of it is either, most, if not all of it, is probe data. So in the initial survey of the Shackleton Expanse, before Deep Space Fortitude, before Narendra even, probes were sent out to be like, hey, is this like an okay place to put a station? And they went out a little bit further than normal because it is a new area of space, and they cataloged all of this raw data that you're getting in this slide, in the, yeah, in that sort of like it does chemical surveys. Like you see, that's how it knows how much water is, like the water coverage stat and everything, and knows the like gravitic scans. It designates it a random name. That name that it has there, Quipulo Ditras Jack, whatever
Got
that
it.
is not real.
Do you need
But
a
it's
lozenge?
yeah, I mean literally. Here, let me
I
post
mean,
that.
this is information from the Klingon database, correct? That's part of why they have these names.
Yeah,
These
and
all-
also Katie, and also that's actually a really good point. KDF surveys also come through here, and that data is corroborated with with the Star Trek Starfleet data in order to get a decent snapshot of what that system is and what that planet is kind of doing.
Got it. Okay. Well, this sector has five different stars, I believe, that have suitable planets that may work as rehabilitations for the Lormians. And so I believe that we should go to this sector. The first planet that I wanted to check out, it circles a yellow star, which is similar to the Lormian star. So I think we should check that one out first.
Okay. What about Sector 175132 and the other one? Now, Ensign, keep in mind the concept of the word brief. This is a brief.
Okay, well, those also have suitable planets as well. I believe that the one that I chose was closest. So that's the only reason why I suggested it. The other ones are suitable as well, or could possibly have suitable life. I figure that we're going to go visit all three of these.
Yes, but I'd rather not visit the middle one and then have to backtrack. So, one word answer, top or bottom? Which one are we going to first?
Top. That's
Top
the
it
top
is.
one.
All right, talk to me about that one.
Okay. That one has 3 systems, I believe, that have suitable planets, and the most similar star is sector zero. Sorry, is star 0156. It's a yellow subgiant, so it may be suitable. I mean, they only have about 1 million years left before it goes to a red giant, but that should be enough time to get them settled.
One would hope.
What would hope?
Okay. Alrighty.
And of the 3, which do we know which is the closest at a glance to Organ 3?
So Organ 3 is where it's shown as Lamria
I don't
here.
mean like distance closest. I meant like
Right.
environmentally.
Environmentally.
Yep.
We will have to do closer scans in order for me to determine that information.
Yeah. Here, Kestra, I'll let me send you one of the. So literally all that he has is like basic like rotational information and the class of the planet.
Yeah,
he
we
doesn't
need to do
have
proper
like
planetary surveys on all of them.
Yeah,
These are
okay.
the most likely decent candidates for what we're looking for.
As a matter of fact, I will just share those here. Just give me one moment.
Everybody get data. Okay. Well, we've got a bit of a trek ahead of us. Think it's going to take about a month round trip. That counts time at each planet.
And then
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Uh,
Well,
all right, that's a meeting. Okay. Great. Is anybody else want to bring anything up in that meeting, or are we good to head out?
No, I think we're good.
So just for me, just to make it clear, which one are you going to first?
We are going to, for lack of better terms, the northern one, because you can
This
change the map on me and I can't read it.
Oh,
All
sorry.
right, 175132.
Yeah,
175,
132.
132.
Yeah, we'll head into 175,
Alrighty.
132, and then we'll make our way definitely not south. The ideal planets are obviously in 942518. Yeah. What are we going to name those?
Okay.
Top, middle, and bottom?
Top, middle, bottom.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Top switch and bottom.
Yep, that was the fucking joke I was gonna say. Damn it! Come on.
Ambidextrous.
Look, we've
do
already
whatever you wanna
established
do.
that switches aren't actually switches. They're just bottoms that are such bottoms that they'll do anything that their partner needs, including top.
You.
Oh
I've
my
never
lord.
been more offended of anything. I
Oh my
might do a
lord.
shadow ban at this point. That's so heinous what you just said.
How dare you?
That is so heinous.
And it wasn't me.
Which right?
Hang on one second.
They hated him because he spoke the truth.
Oh my god.
Some weirdo screaming outside.
There's a weirdo
That's me.
screaming
I'm here for our
too.
fight.
I might.
Okay.
You know what? I'm giving myself 2 threat because I've never been. Switches are just such bottoms that I may need to bring that up in therapy. Oh fuck! Hang on. All right, writing that down
Well,
for
I'm
Elizabeth
so-
later.
I'm so proud that I made it into your therapy session, truly.
Oh.
If I haven't, I will be genuinely surprised with all the shit Sersha's pulled.
What Saoirse
no,
does
but
and what Jack does are two different things.
I've talked about this game.
19 successes, and it was just horrible. It ruined everything I was doing all week.
Which switches are just bottoms. That needs to be a quote. Can that be the name of this episode?
It cannot.
Okay. All right. We are on the bridge. Coming back to the bridge here. I believe
Okay.
everybody is where we're going to be heading. Do I need another crewman? Yes, I do.
Hey, Grisk. Alright.
Ah, poor Grisk. You have been given your clearance to head out. Captain, is there anything?
There is
wanna do?
something Sersha wanted to do before leaving.
Okay.
Alrighty, yeah, let's do that. Okay, Nope, I'm keeping that threat. Give me 1 second. Where exactly would you be? Right before? Not right before takeoff. Let's say maybe 30, 45 minutes right before the meeting that you just had.
Unless she's on shift, she'll be in her quarters.
Okay, in your quarters. Never been more offended. I'm not gonna get over it.
Look,
Kestra.
look. I'm
Keep
sorry
those
that I had
autistic
to.
observations to yourself.
I'm sorry that I had to tell you this way, but you needed to hear.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
It doesn't
I'm
make
sorry you
Matt
had to
love you
find
any
out like
less.
this. Just know that we
Also-
still love you.
Okay. Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right, Saoirse. You are back on your. Stop! I see the. God damn it! All right, so Saoirse, you find yourself back on your quarters. I'm assuming on the Guan Yu, or are you doing these on your quarters on the station?
On the station for now.
Okay. Yeah, you have about. I'll say you have about half an hour before you have to report for duty, and you know that Captain likes to throw surprise meetings in, so you're usually a little bit early. But yeah, tell me what you want to do.
First off, I am going to fucking call Buford out here because he still hasn't changed the background music for Saoirse's quarters.
I don't
Uh,
control his computer,
it-
despite lack
yeah.
of.
Yeah, I do apologize. I will make sure to update that before our next game. Somebody please remind me of that so I actually do it.
I will.
Hey Google, set
thank you.
reminder.
Because the ADHD does not like doing that. Anyway, yeah, Saoirse, what are you trying to do?
From here, she's going to go and find, she's gonna go find a public access terminal.
Okay, cool. Like in a hallway or in like a, yeah, like where are you trying to go with this? Like physically?
Well, let's see. Does the station have, like, a library where they have, like, computer booths? Where people can, like, go browse the LCAR's library and shit?
People usually use their quarters for such a thing. You do know that there's there's like a public access storage room down the hall from you that would sort of fit your definition. And at this time, people are usually on duty, so there's usually no one staffed in there.
We'll go there.
I don't believe I have a token for this, but just for the sake of this, we're gonna just go to the corridor menu. It's been a while since we've seen this.
Worked so
Uh-oh.
hard on this one.
Bye.
Hello,
We
Cal.
lost Raquel. Okay.
Yeah, we
And where's token? Where's token? Where's token? Yeah, Kelly, we'll put you right. Yeah, we'll put you in this room. We'll say that your quarters are like right here.
Okay.
Just right across the intersection, right here, next to the turbo lift access, is the storage room. This door is to like, this door is another like crew quarters, and then right next, yeah. So you
Okay.
you find yourself in the storage room. It's clean. Like people are in. You see that people are like maintaining this room. You see some crates of personal effects of people who were transferred over to different areas that people just haven't come in and picked up yet. You see one LCAR station that's sort of pushed, that's at the front, that people use to find like the inventory code. You also see a wall terminal all the way in back, sort of in the back corner. Which one do you use?
First things first, she's gonna lock the door.
Okay. Do you use your security protocol for that?
No, she'll just disable the door.
All right. Give me. Yeah, go ahead and give me a, yeah, let's say control engineering difficulty of, let's say 1 for that. You're pretty much just going in and unplugging a power tap to the door. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say difficulty 1, and I will actually spend here difficulty 1 comp 2.
Okay. Difficulty 1. Comp 2. Robotics focus.
I won't take that here now.
Espionage focus. I'm doing spy shit.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Alright. Does it involve the programming or study of a computer?
Only if you use the actual terminal to interface with the computer using your codes. Or trying to get around using somebody else's codes, or trying to hack into the door. Ostensibly, you'd be just physically removing power from the system.
Well, you know what? I'll go ahead and give you a threat for a third dice just to be on the safe side here.
Sounds good.
Alright, and away we go.
Okay, yeah, momentum generated here. Yeah, but really, really simple. You reach your hand, you go into the area where the manual hand actuator is. Pull a panel back and just go doot and pull out a power tap. You see that there is an error. Tweet. on the little, like inside the panels, they have that little tiny little LCAR system. It shows
Yeah.
error power loss on there, but yeah, you see that the door has no power.
All right, from there to the LCAR station at the back of the room.
Okay, the wall station. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, she will interface that with her direct neural interface.
Okay. Yeah, your mind just hooks right into the terminal, and you see that you have your normal levels of access.
All right. Time to go looking for Quimp's private files.
Okay. This, just to let you know, this would be. There's an argument that there could be a rep ding for this because it is illegal at this point without proper cause.
I do have probable cause. I don't have a warrant, but I have probable cause.
Okay. I will make note of that. Here.
And
Okay.
technically, she's following orders in the most
I'm-
Saoirse way ever, but
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I spaced out for a hot second. What's illegal? What?
don't worry about it.
Hacking into somebody else's personal files.
We're just doing a little
okay,
casual
okay.
espionage. It's fine.
As long as it's just a little casual espionage. Continue.
No, she's not killing anybody yet.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you see, as you try to access, even as you start to go into the personal logs and personal library databases, you do get access to. You actually do get like a.
Oh, she's
enter
not going to
security
go
code.
accessing things before she masks her presence.
Yeah, you see the area where you could to technobabble this. You focus. Personifying the access is a door in front of you. You haven't opened the door yet. You haven't even attempted or grabbed the knob yet. But before you do that, you'd like to mask your presence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
She does not want there to be any record that she has attempted to access these files.
That will be another. Yeah, that since you're trying to be really specific about it, yeah, go ahead and give me control engineering. This is going to be another one we're going to have you declare your difficulty. I will let you know that since you're trying to mask your presence, there are going to be secret rolls on my end that may or may not succeed depending on how many successes you roll.
Hey.
So yeah, control.
So, Kelly, if there was ever a time to not get caught,
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, did I say control engineering?
Yes.
You did.
I'm gonna say control security on this actually. This is trying to mask your presence from the ship's security, the ship's internal sort of encryption programs. So I would classify this as a control security role.
Not going to make it easy for me, huh?
I will allow you to use engineering at an increased complication, if you would like.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay, so I do have the hacker trait.
That will get you that will either give you a free success or it will remove a success from the secret opposed roll that I do. Which would you like?
I will remove a success from your secret opposed roll.
All right, control engineering. And then what difficulty would you like to declare for this? I'll say
Okay.
2 through 6.
How ballsy do I want to be about this?
hey, I'm
Mhm.
always of the opinion that fuck it, we ball. But I got
So,
an aneurysm last time I did that, so what do I know?
I am going to cite a value.
Mhm.
Who dares wins.
Yeah, I'll take that. Only if you do 6, though.
Fuck it, we ball.
All right. Control engineering difficulty 6. This has a floating comp 2 on it.
Okay.
yeah.
Electronic warfare focus.
Yep, I'll take electronic warfare. Sure.
Comp 2. Number of dice in pool is bumped up to 1 through computer expertise.
Yep.
Does
And you
this
get
task involve a computer?
It does.
Okay. That gives me a second free dice.
So that means you have 4 plus your value spend, so you cannot add any more dice. Okay, because you can only roll a max of 5 dice in a pool.
Indeed. Now the question becomes, can I forego a free dice to buy one with threat to get a bold engineering reroll?
Yeah, that's a weird area in the rules. I'll allow you to, if you just want to add the threat so you can get your bold, I will allow that. Yeah.
Okay, that'll be 3 threat then.
Okay. Cool.
Um,
So,
and in the full spirit
yeah.
of fuck it, we ball,
Mhm.
I will cite my star cross to double my threat range.
Crit range.
Or crit range, yeah.
Yeah, I'll All right. So I'm assuming your engineering score is 5.
It is.
Okay, cool. So you're going to select 4 dice on the roller, click using a value, you have a focus, and your crit range is 10.
With
Roll your
comp range
dice.
2, correct?
Yep.
I will re-roll that 16.
Ugh.
We're
Yeah, this,
back in business, baby.
yeah, that's not really
That's
a
what
point
I'm
for me to
talking
roll.
about.
Oh my god.
All right, 8 successes.
That's what we've been waiting for.
You let them roll. Do, 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 do.
Now looking at my stats for the security officer on duty, I don't believe I don't believe I can. Okay, well we'll try it out. This is gonna be a private GM roll, and he losing a success. So if I were to, okay, so 3 threat. So it's 2 threat to upgrade him from a mook to somebody who can cite a value. It's 3 threat to actually cite the value, and then that's 1. That's 2, 3 to get 4 dice plus a value. Yeah, that's
I believe
math.
so.
All right. Let's see. His. Yeah, Kesha.
Okay, cool.
Uh. uh. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. Let's try it. He has a focus, has a value. Shouldn't be able to see this because it's a blind GM, private GM roll.
And yet.
Do you guys see it?
Yep.
Fuck. All right. Well. So the 4 momentum generated. Yeah, it's like butter. Saoirse, you know Starfleet standard security protocols like the back of your hand. They're like day 1 reading at Starfleet intelligence. You see that they're pretty much you're able to open the door and not even turn the handle. Basically, you have full administrative access to not only Quimp's data, but everybody's data, including diplomatic officials that are still here. And you, with that 8 successes, you are pretty much hidden. Yeah.
All right. Well, files are the only ones I'm interested in, so I will not risk a court-martial by picking anywhere I'm not supposed to.
You do see, I mean, as you're looking through the files, you do see a private database that is owned by Minister Varel.
Yeah, I'm not Kestra, so we're gonna leave that alone for now.
Kestra doesn't access encrypted files without permission.
No, if she saw this file, would she access it without permission?
No, because Kestra does not access files without permission. Kestra is a good girl. That is one thing about her.
That's what they all say.
So we'll just ignore everything that you've done then. Got it.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, that's a good
Everything that I
point.
have done that is not all the way above the board was to protect my crew. So
Brain melting is fun. Anyway, so you see Quimp's data. Yeah, you see it's right for the taking. Do you access it?
Not directly, no. I want to copy it to local storage. There should be an isolinear chip on this terminal that I can transfer it to and then just remove that chip.
You know from the way that these wall panels work, they do have the isolinear data center like in the wall. Really simple to just use. I'm assuming you have your engineer's kit on you.
Of course.
Yeah, you use your spanner to and then open up that wall port. You see that all of the isolinear chips have data already on them, but you see a slot where you could load an empty isolinear chip and copy it over.
Do I have one on hand?
Uh,
I did come here with the express purpose of copying data.
Yeah, I'll say because you did really well on that role. You don't have one with you, but you do. Oh, actually, yeah. In your engineer's kit, I'll say with zero with the zero opportunity cost of that. Yeah, you just have one.
All right. That's gotta get plugged in. All the data copied.
Okay.
And she will leave. Make sure she closes any security holes she created on her way in.
You hear a. Hey, is this door broken? On the other side of the door.
Is the data copied?
Data's copied.
All right. Then she'll remove the chip, put it back in her engineer's kit, reset the wall panel, and go fix the door.
Yeah, as you go up to fix the door, you see Ensign Frelke to engineering. This door doesn't seem to be opening. It. Do you know? And you see just like a red shirt non-com trying to access the room. Oh,
yeah.
Hi. Sorry. Whoa, you guys have a quick response rate.
Well, it helps if I was already there trying to fix the problem. You're good to go.
Okay. And yeah, you see Ensign Frelke walks in, and you walk out.
All right. Saoirse will head back to her quarters.
All right, heading back to your quarters.
Kelly to engineering.
This is Dune. Go ahead.
I'm gonna requisition an isolated terminal. Could you have that sent to my quarters on the Guan Yu, please?
An isolated what do you mean?
I mean a physically isolated terminal. One that you can.
You just want like a private, like not connected LCAR system set up?
Yes.
Are you like working on some programming problem, or what are you doing?
I'm doing shenanigans. Legal shenanigans, but shenanigans.
Okay, that concerns me, but all right. Hey,
the fact that you have to specify legal.
Lieutenant
Otherwise,
goes,
people worry.
Yeah, I can get one sent up. I might be a little bit. We're still a little we're still dealing with station repairs, can I have somebody send it up to? Oh wait, you're heading out pretty soon, right?
It shouldn't be for at least an hour or two. As long as the terminal gets there before we leave, I'll be fine.
All right. Yeah, in about 10 or 15 minutes passes, and your door chime, and you see Lieutenant Dune says, "Hey, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to open the door." He has sort of a messenger bag and attached to the sort of strap, and on the back, his back is a sort of like original, like OG old ass Mac setup. You know, that's on the that like Picard had on his desk, like a
Yeah.
laptop setup. I got this from storage. Here you go. Did you need any help with anything, Commander?
I'll be fine. Thank you, Doom.
Oh, okay. And he walks out.
All right. She'll get that set up and scrubbed.
Yeah,
and then
it
probably
comes
head
to you
the
pretty
meeting.
scrubbed.
Yeah, I think that's about all she has time for before the meeting starts, though.
Okay. It is kind of a portable setup. It's just like it's basically a bigger pad that has a full keyboard on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bring that onto the ship. Is there anything else you want to do before takeoff, Kelly?
No. She'll just put the isolinear chip in one of her secure hiding spots. There's probably like a vault or something she has in the room somewhere. Little safe.
Yeah,
in
like
there.
a 2009 hotel. You put that right into your safe. Put the weird combination. Make sure you have the number for the front desk just in case you forget the combination. And yeah, you stick that right in there. Okay, I'm gonna step away for just one moment. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, but I will be right back.
I'm gonna take him up on that offer. I'll see you there,
Legal
buddy.
gray areas. If you don't think it's a gray area, shh. Just accept it's a gray area, and we'll all move on.
What's happening? Am I still here?
You're still here. The GM went AFK a moment.
Hmm.
I wonder whatever happened to that extremely cursed terminal I put all those viruses on.
It's in storage.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Kelly
should-
was just asking what happened to that terminal with all those viruses on it, and I said it's in storage.
Yeah, I was wondering that too, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
It is in storage, in the supply closet on deck 13 on the belly of the ship, 3 corridors down to the right, left, second door on the right.
Uh-huh. Thank you for that suspiciously specific answer.
Listen, I've kept a track of where I thought Kestra would put it, to keep it as far away from the computer core as possible. When she found out that it was just sitting in a cargo bay.
To be fair, none of those viruses can do anything because that terminal doesn't have any external links.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And what happens when a rogue Borg nanite installs a transmitter on it?
Look,
All
I'm saying is, I'm not taking any chances. You hear?
Hey, Woodyard.
my nanites are very well behaved.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Woodyard, I hear there's a computer down on deck 13 you'd be really interested in.
Oh, sounds great.
I can't believe you've done this.
Whenever that comes up, I have to watch that thing like 10 times in a row because it's just the greatest thing ever made.
Which is?
I can't believe you've done this. It's just where the guy walks into the room and punches the guy. And the guy looks. He's like, it's not funny because it's not funny. But I know that they're friends, and I know that it ends well. That's why I know I can feel I can laugh at it. Yeah, I'll find it somewhere. I'll post it to Discord.
I'm back, everybody. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Question, GM, do you actually like have the MP3 for Search's quarters?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. And one last thing before takeoff, I think. Kyle, did you want to do that thing? Before or during?
No, during, but I have something to do for takeoff. We head to the bridge.
Yep. All right. Yeah, let's head to the bridge.
The meeting's finally over. Felt like it took forever. Well, crack my knuckles. Sarah, prepare to undock, secure all moorings, and release docking clamps.
Aye, Captain. And fingers play right across the Elcars. The ship very, very lightly drifts away from Use's fortitude. You see Lieutenant Mitchell sets a heading. Heading set for Sector 175132. Course laid in.
Warp 9, send it.
Warp 9I.
Alright, we got about a day before we get there.
Yeah, you hear the voo of the nacelles. You see Mitchell says variable warp geometry online and at full effect. Should be smooth sailing.
Now, if we can make it 5 light years with no incident, we're never going to let Kelly live it down.
Well,
Hey,
just a note here. Fuck you.
It's like I can hear her in the back of my head, all the way from down in engineering.
Captain Edwards
is allowed today.
Edwards, you feel something stuck in between the cushions of your chair.
Okay, I'll play your game.
Which,
I investigate the cushion.
your hand touches something squidgy and like
It's
cold.
It's candy, isn't it?
You pull out a bag of gummy bears that was just left here.
How did she do that?
Better yet, what she's going to do with it next. Computer, where is Lieutenant Commander Kelly?
Kelly, you'd be in engineering, right, for takeoff?
Yep.
Commander Kelly is in engineering.
Okay. Chief Fox, It's Captain Edwards.
Fox here. Report.
Can your sensors pick up the little bag that's currently on my armrest on the bridge?
The little, the train. Small synthetic. Yep. It looks
Okay.
to be.
Send that to wherever down in engineering. Send that straight to Lieutenant Commander Kelly.
All right. Sounds good. Yes, sir. After a moment. And down in
Now.
engineering, yeah.
Oh, no, go ahead.
And down in engineering, Commander Kelly, your pocket feels heavier than it did before.
Well, that's an impressive shot.
Look, he's not chief for nothing. She will put her hand into her pocket.
Handy would have been there before.
Probably a package of Pejoy.
What?
Say again?
Of what?
Pejoy. It's like a little hollow cookie straw filled with chocolate.
All right. Yeah. You reach in. You feel those sticks, and on them are some gummy bears that you didn't realize were in there.
He looks at it a moment. Kinda suspicious.
Yeah, you had those when on your last expedition, but you stood up and they were gone. But now they're here.
Alright, well, the gummy bears are going back into the replicator because they're a few days old. No one likes stale gummy bears.
Yeah.
I thought you ate stale gummy bears.
You would, you fucking Klingon.
Jesus Christ! All right.
He
With
eats so many.
I have not
Potato
yelled
peels
for
in
that,
there.
sorry.
and
Okay.
and Jesus. All right. With that taken care of, Captain Edwards, you know that you had a pressing engagement before with our good Dr. Talos for some fencing today.
Okay.
And
Alright, well-
yeah.
Gestra, the bridge is yours. I have an appointment with our new counselor.
Ista?
Alrighty. Heading down
Again?
to the.
Keep a note. Once we hit 5 light years, rub it in Kelly's face.
Oh, I've already got the message recorded to send.
Perfect.
All right.
We've probably hit 5 light years by now.
Are you going right to the holodeck, or are you trying to get there in a different and via somewhere else?
Seeing as I know what we're going for, I'll go to my quarters, pick up the fencing uniform that we all seem to replicate in advance because it was too much of a hassle to CG outfits onto people, and then head there.
Oh, heading down to the holodeck. Getting rid of Kelly. Sure.
I've been trying for years. Literally years tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah, happy 2-year anniversary, everybody.
Hell
By
yeah.
the way, yeah. I may make a statement after the game tonight. But anyway, who am I looking for? Oh yeah.
Blue Man.
You see, yeah, you see Dr. Talos has his fencing uniform on, and as you walk in, you see that he is currently going to town on a dummy. You see that he's currently in trance and doesn't notice that you come in.
Just clears his throat.
Captain, computer, get rid of dummy.
All right, I'll leave.
Dr. Talos laughs out loud. Apologies, Captain. That's not what I meant. But I'm glad that you kept the appointment. I figured that you'd be off doing something else.
The ship basically flies itself.
Lieutenant Mitchell goes, "Oh, what the fuck?" You see that you are currently in a room that you see out to your right hand side over here where the walls are actually sitting. You see out the window uh, in sort of you appear to be in sort of a high rise apartment in modern day Japan. You see out out the window, you see the ocean just sort of reaching out, and as you follow the horizon to the left, you see modern day Kyoto. You see towering skyscrapers that are also combined with the historical sites in Japan. It's about sunset. You see that the golden light is sort of cascading into the room, making a great effect on that complements the white sort of padded walls and the dark maroon long carpet that Talos is currently standing on one side of. Uh, Remind me, Captain, have you ever fenced before?
Not once.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Uh, fen- this actually might be a little bit too structured for you. Are you not to call an audible, but is this more your style or is this? You see, Dr. Talos looks up and says, "Computer, run uh, Talos Therapeutic Program number 486-3." Uh, the area completely changes, and now you are on the deck of a ship. You see, instead of the uniform that you're wearing, you are currently wearing a pirate's uniform with an eye patch that's covering one eye, and you feel your bald head is covered with a pirate hat. You look out, you are on the deck of a Spanish galleon, big high deck ship. You see a bunch of holographic characters yelling at each other, uh, trying to hold the sails tight. Talos is currently in what looks to be from what you can tell, like a 1700s British like officer's uniform. You see that he has a cutlass pointed down. I know that it seems a little campy, Captain, but I figured this might be more your style.
Oh, I just well, always wanted to try new things. Always wanted to try this. I'm just gonna walk over to the nearest rigging, grab on, and cut it.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride that thing straight up.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check. Just kidding. Give
Yeah,
me.
I'm
Let me see
gonna
here.
land on my ass.
Yeah. Give me a daring. No, give me fitness con for me.
No matter what you slice, it's the same fucking roll.
Yeah, fitness con. I'll say difficulty of 2, and you see Dr. Talos immediately grabs one on the other side. His fitness con is less good, but it's actually his worst stat. But go ahead. This will be difficulty 2 for you, Edwards.
Yep. I'm just rolling flat for the fun of
Okay.
it.
Oh
I'm
my
fine.
god. You grab with your your left hand, and you slash with your cutlass, and the salty sea wind knocks off your hat, leaving you bald as you were before, and pulls you up to the crow's nest, and to sort of the top of the rigging of the sails. You see. Yeah, I'm not gonna have Talos roll because he's gonna fail, but you see Talos follows you up. And you both land up there. You guys are a little bit closer now together. How did you know that would work? He
I
looks at you.
didn't. I attack.
Okay. Go ahead and give me daring security difficulty. Yeah, this will be opposed.
I would hope so. Is this a hand phaser?
We're
Yeah,
are
no,
you trying to
obviously.
actually? Yeah.
No. This is a duel. Just rolling these flat.
All right. He does have a focus, actually.
I would hope so.
Oh, wow. So yeah, you immediately strike, and he seems to almost sense where you come from. You go sort of a low slash, and he parries it, and you guys switch blows. Yeah, and he, after a couple of blows, just fully disarms you, phew, ting, and your cutlass falls off the side uh, of the crow's nest, and he points it at you.
Safety protocols on?
Why is that a question every time? Yes, the safety protocols are fully on. Yeah, I'm not going to actually hurt you.
Edwards just like puts his arms to the left and right at full extension and just falls backwards off the crow's nest.
Off the crow's nest? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Off the crow's
Safety
nest.
protocols are going to do their jobs. I hope.
You fall. Yeah, right. You sort of fall backwards, and you hear Dr. Tallis say as you fall, "Man overboard!" and you land in a very actually kind of tumultuous ocean current, and it kind of skids you around. Uh, you guys fool around in there for a little bit.
Oh, do we now?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Am I
Dr.
enacting the front of a romance novel for you right now?
What? No, this is
Carry on.
fun. It's a little downtime thing. Dr. Talos reaches over the side of the boat and offers you a hand to pull you up, help you up the side ladder.
Yeah, I take it. I'm always amazed at how non-refreshing holographic water is.
Yeah, you feel soaking wet, like you just got out of the ocean.
Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, truly, I know nothing about how holodecks work, but they seem to always do. I don't know.
Any physical objects are replicated. Any landscape is hard light, basically.
Yeah. GM knows how they work. Talos. Talos
Oh,
does not.
I thought that was the GM. Your voices are so similar.
All right. Well, I can give him an Irish accent if you want, but it's not going to be good.
Well,
I'm just giving you a hard time.
We've established when it comes to piracy, I can climb rigging, but I can't win a sword fight.
Generous definition of climbing.
Yeah, you did a Jack Sparrow. Talos looks at you and says, "Well, I mean, so where are we off to, Captain?" He starts. He heads up sort of to the top of where the wheel is and steers the ship.
What, are we sailing or fighting? I'm gonna go find my cutlass.
Yeah, and with that, you guys keep fighting. Ching, ching, ching. Spending. And halfway through, you get a notification from Kestra. Kestra, you find that you have passed the 5 light-year mark.
On Kelly's console, a little GIF pops up that is just Captain Edwards putting one finger to his temple that says "still safe."
All right. Does anybody else there is like Kyle mentioned, there is rather that Edwards mentioned. There is about a day of downtime before you guys get to the sector and actually start searching. Is there anything anybody would like to use that downtime for?
Yes, I actually would like to do something.
Cool. What's up?
He's going to, well, two things, I suppose. One, he's
Mhm.
going to investigate the 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 smuggling ring of the weapons and stuff like that. Um, so he will perhaps, because this was happening on Norwich Station, if I remember correctly, according to the log, right?
From from what you got from Captain Nassau, it seems to be centered on Narendra Station.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I would like to contact the the head of security over there.
All right, give me 1 sec. That information is actually on hand here. Give me just 1 moment. Just need to open up a different
Uh,
book. Yeah,
Narinja Station is the station that is jointly run by Starfleet and Klingons, right?
that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that it is a joint KDF and Starfleet station. Sorry, I just need to get to the. I'm opening the Beta Quadrant book and just. Actually, no. Do I have the Shackleton book?
Just a quick question. I'm looking at the sheet. What refit are we on for the Guan Yu? How many refits have we had?
Ooh.
4.
4. Put that in there.
They're not refits in the mechanical sense because
Ah.
according to Star Trek, to Star Trek Adventures, that a refit is every 10 years, but you guys have been upgrading your own ship.
Gotcha.
Like a refit is a specific, like, Starfleet itself is like, hey, we're gonna redo your ship and bring it up to like full standards. What you guys are doing is just like, we want our ship to be better a little bit, you know.
We're a prototype platform, so we put all the new technology on it.
Yep, for sure. All right. Key station personnel. Apologies, everybody. Okay. Federation scientist.
What was the name of the Narinja Station? Security
Yeah,
station?
I'm looking for that right now.
Ah.
Because there is actually a canon name for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just give me 2 seconds. Jesus Christ, they have everything other than a security chief, really?
Uh,
They have a chief engineer. All right. Give me 1 moment. The chief engineer currently is a Klingon. You do actually no, it would be a Starfleet officer. Actually, let me bring you to your quarters here so we can actually make this into a scene. Oh, and yep. Okay. It's going to be in these quarters. I understand that they're not correct, and I forgot once again to update those. Okay. Let me pull up a random token. NPCs friendly. Up, up, up. Quick and dirty. Just give me 1 moment.
the Klingon with the anime girls background. Awesome.
Honestly, it matches your personality really well. I don't know why you're complaining.
No, it looks great, but it doesn't match with the character.
For
love
sure.
that room.
Lieutenant Commander. Yeah, actually. Okay. Let me change this to always shown for everybody. Yeah, your rank allows you to sort of open that channel normally. You don't get a hold of. You can send a message to Lieutenant Commander Jennifer Hollis. Jennifer Hollis is the interim chief of security. Their chief of security was recently actually sent off to the front to actually get a command, which you would know about, and this was that person's second in command of security, who is now the new chief of security. Yeah, so it's
Okay.
Lieutenant Commander Jennifer Hollis. You don't know anything about this person, so you're able to send a message. What do you send to Hollis? Actually, you know what? Just because we're making a scene out of it, you are able to actually hail her.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, are we too far to
No,
get a hill?
I was doing some mental math and I was like, nah, everything's good. Um, it takes a couple of minutes, but you get a hold of Lieutenant Commander Jennifer Hollis. Um, this is a human woman. She has sort of youngish features. Um, uh, she has sort of dark skin, brown eyes, sort of bushy eyebrows, and a um, and hair that's pulled back into a really tight bun. You see that she's wearing her uniform in the shot looks pressed, and she has very newly commissioned lieutenant commander pips on her neck. Uh, you say, "This is Lieutenant Commander Jennifer Hollis. Who am I speaking to?"
Good day. This is Sog Rokel from the starship USS Guan. I'm currently assigned as the head of security on the ship.
Oh,
First off,
well, yeah, it's good to meet you, Rokel. I just recently got this mission. I I I'm sure we are going to be knocking heads together while we're both out here. So, what can I do for you?
well, congratulations on your promotion. Then, um, I am contacting you for regarding a smuggling ring that might be possibly happening on Norridge Station. Out of character, it was happening on the station, or was just kind of like involved around the station, right?
The information that you got from Captain Nassau, she mentioned that some of the smuggling was going through Narendra Station, and that there have been Orion attacks on supply runs coming from Narendra Station to the front.
Okay,
Those are the two pieces of information that you have.
okay. There's a smuggling ring going through the station.
Mhm.
Oh, Um, I'll just reword it through.
So,
Uh,
I appreciate your I appreciate you coming to me with this. I assure you that uh, we know that there's an Orion presence out here, and that from time to time there are packages that get moved through Narendra. We are also very much aware of the attacks on the pirate attacks on our convoys. It's a real problem. Um, I, I assure you that I am also aware of it. So, um,
of course,
do you have anything to add to my investigation, or is this
yes.
simply
There, some of it may be coming from Klingon, some rogue Klingon officers as well, and so something that you might be looking into is perhaps some Klingon weapons.
well? We have
I currently have a man investigating that side, but I just would like to give you a heads up where you might be able to search.
well, as I'm sure you know, so we do have a Klingon presence on this station. Uh, if you're uh, Unfortunately, I don't necessarily have the authority to investigate KDF affairs on board the station. They have their own security that they deal with. Um, it's frankly, it's a little bit out of my jurisdiction if you're talking about Klingon weaponry. But I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. I will make inroads here to see what I can find out.
Of course,
Mhm.
um, uh, out of character. I'm trying to remember what else
Yeah.
she said. Um, let me look at the log. Don't have the log open up.
Yes. So
What else did she say? I'm trying to remember what else
so
did
the
she say.
information that like there are syndicate operatives on Narendra Station.
Oh,
So yeah, you look at if you're looking at
I
last
just sent I
last
sent him the whole thing.
yeah. So that's all the information that you really got about from Captain LaSalle. You know that she specifically mentioned that there's a syndicate presence on board Narendra Station. She didn't name any names. She didn't say where exactly, like who, what, where, but that there was a presence on Narendra Station from the Orion Syndicate.
Okay. All right. Well, some of the members of the Orion could do very well have a presence on the station. Orion Syndicate members. Just a heads up on that one, on that front. Again, I'm sure you already have that aware, but just want to remind that.
Are you telling me that there are actually operatives on board my station?
Yes. Something you might have to look into.
You see that she lets out a sigh and rubs the bridge of her nose. Well, I appreciate that, Raquel. I will. Yeah. I will investigate on my end, see what I can come up with, and I will let you know where that goes.
Alright.
I would also recommend that you look closer to home. Through my dealings as second to the chief of security, I have also heard wind of the syndicate making moves in your area as well.
Yes, we've heard of those two as well. I'll keep an eye on that. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, Raquel. If you have anything, let me know. But for now, call us out.
Very well.
And
See
the
you soon.
communication cuts.
Raquel will now see. All right, so we've already got the Starfleet end investigating. We now have the Klingon end investigating. I think Raquel can now work on his second project, but should not take long at all. He's going to think about trying to put a bayonet lug on a phaser.
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna okay. So on a phaser rifle, you're trying to put a blade. Yeah.
A bayonet lug onto it, where you can attach a knife to it or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. I mean, that's certainly something that you can do. It
Probably would
further.
take too long with that.
Well, no. I
No.
mean, you could fit one to have a bayonet on it for yourself if you'd like. That would just turn it into more of a lethal weapon than you were using it before. But if that's something you want to do, absolutely. You have a phaser. Pretty much, I mean, you can put a mount on your personal phaser rifle, and it will. I mean, it can slot in your duck tongue if you want to. That would turn it into, if you were to do like close range stuff. I would just basically treat that as a bladed weapon with knockdown added to it.
So basically a spear, pretty much.
Yep. I mean, it would. That's from what I understand about bayonets. I'm not a war expert, but that's sort of what you're turning it into, right?
Yep. Basically.
I love how Klingon Rokel is.
I love it too. I really do.
Ah, the Federation won't let me use a disruptor. I have to use this phaser. Well, they can't stop me putting a blade on it.
We can and will.
I'm going to
time.
sprint closer and stab them with my phaser.
That would be so to give you mechanics on it, it would be a blade weapon. So I believe that's two challenge die, two plus security of challenge dice
Okay.
in damage. With the added lethal, as blades are already have the lethal trait, which means that in order you have to spend threat to use it in a non-lethal way.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. You would use momentum to because I wouldn't allow a threat spend for that. It would be using your current resources to make it a non-lethal weapon, because it's kind of hard to make a spear non-lethal if you're using the bladed part. It would also have the knockdown.
It would be very difficult.
The knockdown trait, which if you roll, basically it's like the unarmed strike knockdown. If you roll a delta, like an effect, that knocks them prone. Is the way that would work.
All right.
So yeah, to create more mechanics, in order to fix a bayonet, you have to use a prepare minor action, and in order to effectively use it, it would need to be at the end of a full thing of movement. So you would need to charge in and use it.
Okay,
basically.
so I have to run then.
I mean, yeah, that's usually what a bayonet is used for, right? Like
yeah,
charging the fuck in and
for the most
stabbing
part.
someone. Yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, in
And
order to get
so-
full damage.
So in game wise, I have to prepare a miner, use
Yep.
a minor action to actually put the bayonet on it, fix the bayonet.
Yep.
And then I have to take a movement order to get to run at them, basically, pretty much.
Yeah. So you have free movement. You can move anywhere within medium range for free. During combat. So you have to move to move a medium range in order to get your full speed in. So in order to get full damage, but you can use it just when you're in range with someone, it would just be the damage would be reduced. Or actually it would just be a normal bladed weapon. So
all right, with a little knockdown effect. All right, sure.
With knockdown.
We'll go with that.
Charge. Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that pretty quickly. I mean, you have pretty much that's your phaser rifle now. Using a bayonet, yeah, that's gonna be 2 escalation. If you fully fucking charge at someone, yelling as a Klingon with a phaser rifle with a bayonet affixed to it in order to stab them and knock them down, it's gonna be some escalation.
It's probably going to scare the living behooties out of them too.
Right. Now, does anybody else have anything that they would like to do? Either on the way, on the way of our 1-day adventure.
I
got some
think
data to expect.
I think Kestra's just kind of throwing herself into work.
Yeah.
Just trying to not think about,
For sure. Yeah, so while Captain Edwards is down in the holodeck, Hagen, you find yourself on the bridge. I'm going to take a momentum for the new scene. Lieutenant Mitchell looks back at you and says, Commander, we are about 2 hours away from the sector barrier. Yeah. You guys will have all... actually, no. No, actually, that doesn't make sense time-wise. Edwards, you are on the bridge. Sorry about that. Yeah, if nobody has anything to do during the downtime, day ticks over.
Well, there's no point in us both being on the bridge.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean...
Yeah, especially during the travel, we should be... Neither one of us should ever be in the same room.
Okay, yeah. Edwards, you're in your ready room, all set. Ready, yeah, whatever. Lieutenant Mitchell turned around and actually says at this point, Commander, we have officially arrived in the sector. What heading are we taking?
Just to be clear, we are in the sector with that that was the closest planet to our station.
Nope. Captain Edwards had you set a course to the top.
The top.
SC175132
Uh,
is where you are currently.
heading 139-426-120. Head straight for SE. Head for the top planet. I can't ever remember those planet designations.
All right. Yeah. So in the PDF, there are 3 systems that are notable that you would identify. The one with the M-class planet that I believe Trev pointed out was the first one in the list, SC175132-0082. That one has just one planet in it, which is a Class M, in a binary star system. Is that the one that you're trying to go to?
Yes.
0082. So, you're right at the border there. Everybody on the map. So, if you see where the Guan Yu is, that is where you currently are.
Mm-hmm.
Your world that you're trying to get to is right about there. An additional travel time of, I would say, are you still at Warp 9?
Yes.
Okay. An additional travel time of 2 hours to get through 2 subsectors. For each one of these subsectors, I would like you to nominate someone to roll a D100, please.
Well, I'll roll the first one since I'm in command. What could possibly go wrong?
Alrighty.
If I roll them, everything.
Nothing ever goes wrong whenever you're in command.
Yeah.
To be fair, it didn't go wrong when I was in command. I came into the command as the thing was happening. Important distinction.
I've got a real cozy airlock with all your names on it.
Listen. No, listen.
As you move into the first sector, we're gonna head back to the bridge. Lieutenant Mitchell turns around and says, Commander, I'm seeing on... actually, no, Science Station, obviously. Ensign Woodyard. Are you there?
Ensign Woodyard.
Trev?
Report to the bridge.
Trev? Put your hearing aids in. Trev?
I believe he's probably reading something about Joe Ford there.
Jesus Christ. Reading the biography?
Reading his biography.
Oh yeah, I remember that day.
I was 48 and I shook his hand. Okay. Trev, are you muted?
Trev knew Robert Moses himself.
Oh, there you are, Trev.
Hey.
Yep, hi.
Hi, sorry.
You're okay. I need you to make some science rolls for me. Is that okay?
I can make some science rolls for you.
Okay.
Well, good, because if it wasn't okay, you're going to do it anyway.
Yep. So,
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make an inside science roll, difficulty of. Oh, there's actually. This is gonna be reason science. It's gonna be difficulty of 3.
May I assist?
Okay.
How would Commander Hagen like to assist?
Basically giving the order for the analysis and telling him where to look.
This is coming up. This is a notification that's popping up on Ensign Woodyard's screen from the sensor data that's being piled in, so
Gotcha.
you wouldn't really have visibility of that.
Hey, I gotta try.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Let's see. I will buy. I will. We got enough threat. No. I will buy with one threat, one extra die.
Okay.
And I think we need any more. I think.
Is this assisted
And
by the
since we're-
ship?
Yes.
The ship will, the ship fully will be assisting. Thank you for the reminder.
And since our operations focus,
Sensor operations is the focus. The ship will be assisting with sensor science,
Alrighty.
and that will
Okay, good.
reduce the difficulty to 2.
woohoo! Okay. I think that's
I got
good.
the ship.
All right.
Dear God, man.
And
I
the
get to
ship
re-roll. I
of-
get to re-roll one, so I'm gonna re-roll that 20.
And of course, the ship is not helpful.
No, that's okay. It's also
I-
a difficulty.
Is there something we can do here with find a home for the Lormians mission directive?
Not in this specific instance, no.
Okay.
Well, we only wait. We did only need 2 successes on that, right?
Yeah, so you got it.
Okay.
Okay. Oof. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that's
Sorry.
totally fine. It was just a difficulty 2 roll.
Okay.
So I believe that momentum count was correct. You have 1 float currently. You see that the area of space in front of you, pulling us back to the map. I'm gonna pull out a pencil, and
We're so teeny tiny.
so this area, we are in 175, is broken up into 5 areas. The planet that your system that you're trying to go through is in this one, in this area of space, and this area of space. And as a matter of fact, in the entire sector, there are the very famous Shackleton anomalies.
Not famous. We
there are-
know nothing about them.
There are both electromagnetic and gravimetric eddies in front of you. These are swirling areas of where space and time are unstable in here. Not time. Well, space-time, technically. Real space is currently, there's a lot of these eddies here, which are radiating out gravimetric waves and electromagnetic waves. These waves, if you go through them, they have the possibility of damaging your ship, or they would have the possibility of damaging your ship. But the variable warp geometry nacelles and some of the upgrades to your shields have almost but not completely negated these disturbances. For a normal bog standard ship to go through here, it would be pretty difficult. It would involve plotting a course through the eddies, whereas your ship, you can align your nacelles to sort of
Ride the waves?
To ride the waves, exactly. There is still going to be a roll ahead for your helmsperson to plot like a lowest density course that'll get you there in time. Not in time, but just to get there safely. But yeah, you have this data, sort of the first like intense amount of this Shackleton data that you've gotten. Whatever your name is, Titan.
It really does kind of feel like we're the guy in Skyrim who did all the side quests before going to the main quest, and now we're like way over level.
Yeah.
Okay, so does this mean that we're just going to ignore the anomalies, or should we still maybe kind of start a course around them? Maybe I should ask.
No, more like charting a course through them. Use them as a kind of roadmap.
Perfect.
One thing, and honestly, your ship, the reason why your ship is brought out here is because it's uniquely able to help, at the very least, through these anomalies that have been charted and sort of aren't known. Just how the Shackleton Expanse is just like your ship has advanced sensors, which negate the electromagnetic interference that you would be getting. Your ship has the variable warp geometry nacelles that assist with the gravimetric disturbances. Your ship is fast in general, and it's a science ship, so you can see the stuff coming. So even though there's choppy waters ahead, you guys are able to really just go through with minimal to no interruption.
Right then.
Feels fucking good.
However, one thing Titan that you do get, again, any other ship coming out here would have a little bit of a time. It would be tough. They would need to chart the lowest density course, and potentially their shields could be disrupted. They could have engine damage. Their sensors could stop working. All of this stuff.
Can we, using this data that Titan is gathering with that frankly fantastic roll, plot a course of least resistance for ships that would come after us?
Yes. To this
To this planet.
Specific planet?
Mhm.
Yes. However, plotting a lowest density course is great. That's going to take off a little bit of the onus on those ships. They are still not fitted for the region. They would need all of the upgrades that you have. Think of like the Briar Patch, right? Can't go to warp in there. Yeah. So stuff like it's something like that. It would add complications to all of those ships' rolls. It would wreak havoc on them. You guys are specifically fitted for this region, but they would need to also be specifically fitted for this region. But you can certainly, it would take a little bit of time to plot a course that most ships would be able to follow through here, and that would delay you to get to where you're going.
Is that not a project that we could have people working on while we go?
Right, so I could... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, as we're going along, I could be saying, okay, so I could be mapping where all these anomalies are. But the anomalies, they don't move. They're not mobile in any way to perform. They're all static.
They appear to be, they appear to be static.
Yeah, so I could at least, at the very minimum, I could be mapping them for, for future, if nothing else. If not necessarily charting a course, mapping where they are, and
We really should get some stellar cartography.
Somewhere between our 14 red shirts and 25 blue shirts, I'm sure someone could do the job.
This would be if you'd like, this could be a long-term Shackleton sort of science project that you guys work on.
That would be fantastic.
Like
I would love that.
Like a once per day thing where you're like, well, not everybody can be as cool as us. What's a way to get to this planet, number one, without destroying all of our ships? And number two, how do we navigate through the Shackleton anyways? Okay, I will, for sure. Titan, as you're sort of going through this data, you get the feeling that this is a pretty tall order. I mean, this is creating a policy of navigation for an entire region of space. That is not always exactly like this. Go ahead.
Yeah, that sounds good. It sounds like he's very intrigued by that idea. Captain, it seems like, I'm getting a lot of information about the anomalies in this area. I would very much like to map their location for future use. Perhaps.
Good idea. make sure you send those sensor readings down to stellar cartography, and Mitchell, make sure that you feed the readings that you're getting into the helm station.
Perhaps this could be something that Lieutenant Mitchell and I work on together for all the different, for the entire region.
I think that would be a pretty cool idea. And I look at Mitchell and I kind of wink.
She just kind of raises an eyebrow at that. Gonna let that go. Yes, that's a good idea. As we're going along, make sure you plot our course and see if, as we're going, you can't find a way for other ships to make it through this area.
Hi, Commander.
All right. So,
Steady as she goes.
Kyle, is there a way for me to display something for everyone?
I think in the note system you should be able to display a note to someone, but I don't know.
Like, I want to display the Shackleton Project extended task for everyone.
Oh yeah, so right click on it, and then you should be able to configure permissions and set all of us to view. Or
Configure
something along those
ownership.
lines. That's it, and then set
Okay,
viewer
and then
to everyone.
observer. Okay. So everybody in your player token, you're going to see a folder probably called Extended Tasks. Down there, you can see a Shackleton Project task. If you want to open that up, can someone confirm that that works, please?
It works.
Perfect. So, this is a Shackleton Project extended task that's been sitting on for a while. You guys haven't been going out and really doing exploration for a little bit. So, this is a doozy. Shackleton Project is what I'm naming this. It's a pretty silly name, but okay. This will be a once per session role, if you'd like. This requires you one player character, one or more, depending on how many you would like to assist with this, would require a full 4 hours work. So this isn't something that you can do while you're doing other things. This would be something that you're actively spending in-game time on to do, because it requires collaboration with sciences, stellar cartography, with engineering to align the sensor grid. It's a pretty intense idea. Everybody can see that where that is and pull it up, right?
Yes.
So the Shackleton Project, it is
Yes.
a work 20, base difficulty of 5, magnitude 6 work extended task with a resistance of 3. That again is a once per session roll. If you succeed at this, I will just tell you right now, this will make your rolls to navigate in the Shackleton pretty much non-existent. Basically, you're going to be able to set a course and go where you want to.
I'll stop. Ensign Woodyard, work on this exclusively. Let me know when you're done.
Is that an actual?
Right.
No, it is not an actual order.
No.
Just park my ass in the Shackleton for a month.
7 days and we've gone straight. I'm finished.
So yeah, this will allow you to pretty much navigate freely within the Shackleton Expanse. Then so that's going to be your first magnitude, is to get you guys all set up to navigate through here. The rest of the 5 magnitude is creating a navigation policy for this area for everybody else. Narendra Station hasn't been exploring because they're dealing with their whole political thing with the KDF stuff. They haven't had time to create this. This would be a very big win for you. This would allow the Federation to start extending their borders into Shackleton Expanse without having to worry about their ships dying. This would provide upgrade recommendations to ships that are operating in the area, to allow them to have a better chance of avoiding these anomalies entirely. And if they do get stuck in an anomaly, they would be able to deal with it easily, easier than what it would currently be, rather. Yeah, so this is a big one. Shackleton Project, it's sort of your... This could, honestly, this is a
Mission
directive. Yeah,
Yes.
this is what Deep Space Fortitude was actually supposed to be doing, but y'all have been y'all have been so, and your characters have been involved in like political intrigue and trying to save the universe from black holes and shit, and haven't had time to do this.
And this is what we wanted to do the whole time.
You're exactly right.
Okay, so I just so I can get a nice little refresher because it's been a long time. This means that I have to, when we do our rolls, the difficulty is 5. When we get to the resistance, it means that that means 3 successes are taken away. Or not 3 successes. 3 are taken away from the effect roll after if we succeed with 5 successes, correct? And then we have to, and if we get 6 roll and we 6 after all of that is done, we get a breakthrough, correct? And then or we need to have 6 breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let me. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and you can always spend a momentum for piercing to overcome resistance. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you're
Yeah.
trying to beat the difficulty with whatever roll you're trying to use. And by the way, if you can justify what you're doing on this, of course there will always be just one primary roller. If you can justify what you're doing specifically towards the Shackleton Project, I will allow you to use something other than science. If you want to, I mean, honestly, if a good enough case can be made, you could probably do a command roll with this. But it would involve taking yourself out of whatever pressing thing you're doing and focusing hard, real-time, coordinating staff, and you fully, as a senior member of senior staff out here in the Shackleton, it would be you doing this rather than going out into the field.
I think Kestra does grab a pad and start writing up a basically a project overarching structure, just to give to the captain for a, here's a thing that we're planning on doing.
Okay. That's a role that I would consider would be like free, actually rolling on the project, like to like organize it. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do, because I'm such a fucking nice person. I'm so nice. Look at me, everybody. Usually, not nice people say this, but I'm a nice guy. I will declare a command roll to make this one easier. If you succeed at it, I'll take away a magnitude.
Oh,
It's gonna be a really tough roll.
okay. I'll give it a shot.
And catch your
I'm
What's up, Kyle?
20 feet away on the other side of a door, Kestra.
Yeah, I think that she does get up and say, "That's a good idea. Who is that ranking officer on the bridge right now? If it's not her, Lieutenant Commander."
Technically, by being in the ready room, you're on the bridge.
Okay,
Like you can run
I
the
just
ship.
need
It's
someone
like-
on the
yeah.
con. Yeah.
Well, Mitchell.
Yeah. So.
No, I think actually,
it's Creighton.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Creighton's
Creighton?
up there.
Creighton, you have the con.
Aye, sir.
And I go into the command, the ready room, and I sit down across the table from Edwards.
Yeah, so basically, Titan, you tell all of this to Kestra, and then she goes, "Okay," stands up and leaves without you.
I'm like,
I need him to
alright.
keep collecting the data. I can't do
Yes.
anything without the data. So he needs to say exactly where he is.
This is right, and this is what Titan thinks. Titan thinks I'm important. I gotta stay right here and keep collecting this data. I don't have time to go meet with the captain.
For sure.
This is called a proper dissemination of responsibilities.
Yes. That's
Now we're playing fucking Star Trek. Here we go. All right. So, yeah, Kestra, you hear a door chime?
She doesn't have to knock on the door to come into the ready room.
Oh, door opens then.
Captain,
Yeah, sure.
Ensign Woodyard has discovered something rather interesting, and I believe that we have a new project that I think would be a great boon for the Federation. As we go through the Shackleton to find these new worlds, we've noticed that the gravitational eddies and electromagnetic disturbances are static; they don't move, which means that they can be mapped. And we were just wondering, I was just going to put together a team to work on this while we are in the Shackleton. And I was wondering if you could go over this with me.
That sounds like an excellent use of our time while we're out here. Because we're going to be spending at least a week at each planet. No reason we can't move the Guan Yu slightly further out and keep mapping stuff while we do it.
Yes, sir.
Let me see.
All right. I shoot him the data that the pre-workup that I've already drawn up, and we start working.
All right. So, friends, here's the roll.
Uh-huh.
This is gonna be. I mean, who's taking primary on this?
I'm taking primary.
Are you sure? Because I would have a focus here since you're
So-
assisting.
I'm taking primary.
All right.
Okay. So, to beat the organizational role on this task, this is going to be, and then Kestra will be assisting, and the ship will also be assisting. This will be a control command difficulty, and I'm not kidding, 7 roll.
Uh-huh.
I'm spending what threat I have to make
Okay.
it comp 3. This is going to be assisted by the ships. By the ships. It's going to be definitely command. I know that. I will say it's going to be a really weird roll. It's going to be sensors command.
Okay. I can get the Guan Yu too.
Yeah, I'm going to spend the rest of my threat to keep it at 7.
Mhm.
Yeah, sensors command is going to be the roll. By sensors command.
Okay. And we can use the mission directives like focuses, or not focuses, like values.
No, like
yeah?
values, but you're assisting, so
values.
you can't.
Right. I know I can't.
Yeah.
I was just making sure that's how it worked. Okay.
So, let's see. Control command. I'm going to cite my value of first through the door,
Yeah.
which is exactly
Yep.
what we're doing. I'm going to cite my focus of Starfleet Protocol. Exploring strange new worlds is our bread and butter, and there are chapters on it. So I'm using
For sure.
all that knowledge to help. And I'm going to buy with... I guess I'm going to actually buy with threat for 1, momentum for 2, and threat for 3. Oh, I guess the first one's free, so I'm only buying up to 4. So you can have 5 threat.
5 threat on. All right, everybody. This is a pretty high intense roll, and the fact that I've allowed you to roll on it means that you'll probably succeed. So go ahead and roll.
I'm going to re-roll the 17 because I hate you.
Ship doesn't help.
That's me.
Oh. All right. In my view, that's 8 successes. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Wow. Give me 2 seconds.
And comp 3 means 18, 19, 20, so even Kestra 17.
Doesn't do anything. Give me.
I'm still trying to guide Kestra in the concept of disseminating and having other people do things. There's a lot of work we're still working on there. She's like, oh, I could do this, or you could have astrometrics do that.
Yeah, so tell me specifically how you're disseminating this information.
Basically, we're going... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think Kestra had already started with this is the amount of time each day that it's going to take to work on this kind of thing. These are the departments that are going to be necessary. This is what manpower we have available, and she put all that together and sent it to him to sort out.
He's going to point out the fact that we're doing planetary surveys alongside that, so there are going to be some rather long days and double shifts if we're going to pull both projects off simultaneously. The downtime would, of course, be during travel points between the planets, of course, allowing half of the science nerds to take a breather.
And volunteer only on the overtime, I think, for this one.
No, the fun thing about Starfleet is they don't get a say. However, go through the engineering and security staff. Anyone who's got a background in sciences or piloting, they can double hat for a bit.
Aye, sir.
All right. Well, with that amount of information, you say go. You put this plan into action over the course of, I'll say, the travel day, the couple of hours that it takes for you to get through the sector to the planet. You have very, very successfully coordinated an entire ship's worth of personnel, an entire station's worth of personnel as well, because you're going to be transmitting this data back to the station. You get everybody in line. Most of the sciences have actually just been looking for stuff to do. So when you say volunteer only overtime, they say, "Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we're not going to sleep." And now I'm reducing the magnitude by 1 from 6 to 5. Which, for this extended task, is huge. The amount of organization that it takes to do something like this on a grand scale is, yeah, it's a lot. And you guys are people who are exactly suited for it. The ship is helping out by making sure that all sensor data is going to the people that it needs to go to in order to funnel it to the right source. Yeah, Hagen, you're helping, like you mentioned, and then Captain Edwards is just making the whole thing happen. When you send your plan to the Admiral, he hails you, actually. Give me one moment.
And we're not in trouble.
Hopefully.
Admiral Yannick hails you. Commander Hagen, you can even be in the room. You guys are just, basically, for this 2 hours voyage, you guys are talking back and forth. You're, like, sticking your head out of the door to ask Titan questions about the data that he's getting.
Put a pin in this, circle back around to that.
All replicated a white. Oh no, I haven't replicated shit.
The replicator spawns. It has a sippy cup with a bendy straw, like one of those curly straws, full of.
I was going to say a whiteboard.
And you see a very small, only hand-sized whiteboard that they use for like game shows to show answers. Is what it gives you.
I feel partly responsible for this.
I really think we need to have the Starfleet Corps of Engineers take our system apart.
The Starfleet Corps of Engineers is on my bridge right now. She designed the ship.
You hear through the door. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's happening with the replicators. I didn't have a hand in those. I'm looking at my plaque. Ask James about that. He might be able to tell you. Admiral comes onto the screen for you, Edwards, and his head is down, so you can't really see his expression. He's looking down at a data pad.
Admiral, to what do I owe this surprise communication?
He looks at you, and you could swear for just 1 second there's a tear in his eyes. Did you put this together yourself?
Not myself, no. I definitely had a lot of input from my senior staff. Actually, Ensign Woodyard started the whole thing.
Oh,
I just turned the computer so he can see her.
This, I might frame this. This is beautiful. It's beautiful to look at. I love it when bureaucracy lines up and is just everything.
I figured if we're out here on a side project, and there's nothing we can't like map some stuff. And on a completely unrelated note,
Hi.
Actually, no, I'm gonna let you ride this high.
Yeah, don't you dare fucking ruin this for me. Yeah, fantastic, both of you.
Thank you, Admiral.
Captain Edwards, you get a point of determination.
Hey.
I'm gonna quickly, just because I'm an absolute dick and I love doing stuff like this, I'm gonna roll a challenge die and see if I get my first determination back. And I do. Thank you.
Son of a
I now have
bitch!
2.
All right.
Sorry, there was some maniacal laughter in my throat.
Yeah, you see Emery Yannick hangs up. And you arrive. I'm taking a momentum away.
We did have a float momentum. Does that not count?
I would love to spend that on additional work.
No.
I know.
Incorrect. I have already reduced the fucking magnitude of the task, making it significantly easier. Alright. So, you arrive in system. Fucking.
Do I get to say the thing?
132. Huh?
Do I get to say the thing?
Yeah, say the thing.
Sarah, set a standard orbit around the planet. Science and survey teams prepare for planetary surveys. Launch probes and begin scanning operations. Kestra, create your team.
Aye, sir.
Take the first wave.
Yes, sir.
As you pull into the system, you see. Titan, give me another reason science roll, difficulty 1.
I can't. Okay, hold on. Reason, science, difficulty 1. Any focus?
Sensor operations. This will be still difficulty 1, but I will include the ship. The ship can assist with sensor science,
Okay.
rather.
Okay.
I love you, Titan.
I'm re-rolling. I'm re-rolling the.
You didn't spend threat. You didn't spend threat, unfortunately.
No,
so
but doesn't
Nope,
it mean
you have to-
that
you have-
I think that he can
Nope.
re-roll it because it's a computer system.
Oh,
Don't you have?
You're right.
You're right. I think so. Yeah. Whenever you complete a task, since a ship, computers or sensors, you can re-roll 1d20.
And this is a sensors science, you said?
Yep.
Yeah. That's.
Yep. Go ahead and re-roll your 20 then.
Ooh.
That's the Guan Yu. I just went ahead and rolled that. There you
That's
go.
okay.
Hell yes.
Like it. Like it.
Oh, okay. That's all right. That's 3.
Hey, Titan, I got you.
Oh, thank you.
I like just like Admiral Yannick shed a tear. I just shed a tear a bit for Kestra, like remembering something on someone else's character sheet. Just
Yeah.
oh, good
Why?
XO energy right there.
Thank you.
I'm so
I
proud.
should mute everybody when I ask somebody for a roll.
Hey, this game is all about collaboration.
You're exactly right.
That's right.
So, you get an idea of what is in the system. Number 1, one of the stars you scan is these are both 2 very small stars. One of the primary one is about 90% the size of Sol. The small one is a quarter of the size of Sol. So you see
I'm going
that
AFK
their
a moment.
orbits. Okay. You see that their orbits to each other. You see that it's rather close.
Order of the size of Sol. Is this a brown dwarf?
Or
No,
are
it
they
is-
pulsars? Pulsars are pretty small.
No, it is still considered a red main sequence star, but it's on the bare minimum of what mass is required for a red main sequence star.
Okay.
Right.
So it's rather cool because it's red.
Mhm.
Cool as in the temperature, not cool as in like skater things. And it's
Radical.
small. Yeah, it's very small. In this area, you see a rather give me 1 second. You see the planet. The planet has a sort of greenish hue to it. You see that it has a large ocean on one side, and just the rest of it is pretty much covered with land. You see that this place has 5 moons, all of them very small and very Luna-like. And yeah, you see that it is a typical Class M planet. However, Titan, you see evidence of this planet being inhabited.
Already inhabited. Commander,
Yes,
we've got a planet. We've got a planet in the system. I believe it's inhabited already. That
report.
may make it unsuitable for Normian relocation. However, this may be an opportunity to explore, to make contact with a new civilization.
Well, scan them first. Let's see what we're working with here.
Hi, Commander.
Sarah, park us behind their moon just in case they are capable of looking up.
Hey, sir. Yeah, very, very easy. It's just a simple maneuver
Yeah.
roll. Let me just open up my notes and go to the place where I'm trying to go. Where am I trying?
Okay, I'm back, and I would just like to say that, like, actually, compared to, like, most other moons that we were aware of, Luna is fucking huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Luna is massive. That's because it's the remnant of the planet that hit Earth.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
I
I'm
was
sorry
just
that I
gonna-
don't know enough about astronomy. Let me rephrase it. They are Mars-sized satellites. So
Oh,
Phobos,
and Deimos.
Phobos and Deimos, they are very, very, very small.
Okay.
Basically some asteroids that got caught.
Let me.
Standard composition, iron, water, other ferrous minerals.
Sorry, let me just. I really am truly just trying to find my notes. I'm so sorry, everybody. I accidentally closed everything right before we
My
started
cat's
playing.
being a crackhead, running all over the place.
Cat's being a crackhead.
Yeah.
Your cat's not
Oh.
sharing the crack with the rest of us.
Nighttime kitty crazies are the best.
You got the zoomies.
It's got the zoomies.
Zoomies.
I'm gonna have a dog for a week, not next week, but the week after. My cat is not gonna be happy.
Oh, I'd imagine not.
You
I'm
know,
gonna throw a folding table between
on a
half the house,
very
so-
serious note, this entire episode has felt good. It's felt like we're doing the things Starfleet is supposed to do. It feels good. I like it.
Like,
Well, you
I
are.
am so happy about like Nick and Kestra's interactions. We're just like proving we should be working together for the first time ever.
When you've got the two of us together, we can accomplish pretty much anything, because separately we're hyper competent.
Yeah, you can melt brains and I can take a shot.
Yeah.
Grabbing the last of my Beetlejuice sours. Be right back.
Yeah. Apologies, everybody. I'm just trying to. See, I actually did planning. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm trying to.
And I'm back.
I think that Kestra's gonna earmark
Mhm.
Titan, Titan, Kelly, and a couple of nondescript security officers. Not that she doesn't trust Sogrokel to be, you know, personable. It's just that he's not Federation, so his idea of proper first contact protocol.
Yeah. Yeah, that's certainly a choice.
His would be shoot first, ask questions later.
Right,
Oh.
exactly. So maybe
And the
not
questions he
bring
would
the
ask would be
Klingon.
things like, "How dare you get your dishonorable blood all over my nice new bayonet?"
And the first question Kestra is asked is, why did you duct tape a sword to your rifle?
It's not even a bayonet. That's just a full claymore.
Which, should be self-explanatory, I feel, and I think Rokel
I'm
would
just
agree
now
with
I'm
me.
actually imagining an actual batleth, but like a crossbow, so it's off to the sides from the front.
Okay, well, think of the socket bayonet on your brown vest muskets, basically.
Ah, yes, I will hearken back to my glory days in the Civil War and remember that.
Hey, Trev, you remember those, right?
Yeah. Hi everybody. I found my notes. I do apologize. It took me a second because I
I have a
named
question.
something incorrectly. Yeah.
Kestra, are you, contacting these people and saying, be prepared? Or are you just, making a mental note to tally them up?
Oh, I'm just making a mental note.
Okay.
Oh, do we even know if they are what technology level we are? They are.
That's
yet?
the
We're about
information.
to find out.
That's the information
Oh,
that I
well.
was looking for. I'm sorry. Yeah. So go ahead and you're scanning specifically the population on the planet, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. This is going to be reason. Yeah, reason science. Difficulty of 2, assisted by the ship's once again sensor science, which reduces the difficulty to 1.
Okay. I mean, I think I can get 1 success. You know what? I'm afraid I'm gonna use bold. I'm gonna use bold. I'm gonna give you 1 threat just in case.
Okay.
Since I'm
It's never a bad plan.
You have bold,
scared.
you spend bold.
Yes. Okay. And then bold.
All right. 3 successes. Ship also
All right.
assists.
Okay, got it. This is sensors science.
Yep.
Life.
All right. This is gonna give you
little life.
a full thing of you're already capped at momentum. You have 3 float to work with. So, Titan, the information that you gather about the about the people on the planet, they are it is a pre-warp civilization. Think older than Lormians significantly. They don't have repulsor technology. They don't have that. Think like industrial era. Actually, you know what? I'm so sorry. It's verging on industrial era. The population appears to be concentrated in small, locally run groups that are throughout the forests on this planet. The general population of the planet that you get from a close scan is about 20,000. They occupy very small, isolated pockets of population, probably 700 people to a village on average. Some have as many as 1,300 or 1,400, or as few as 300 or 400. The sensors are able to sort of zoom in and get an idea of what the humanoid population looks like. They have sort of dark green skin, ridges along their arms and legs, sort of almost raised scale level. That is the information that you get.
So they're basically Orions with ridged skin.
Yeah, and the ridges come in a vast array of different shapes and sizes. The morphology on it is very different. Just like Klingons have, some Klingons have really, really small ridges. Some Klingons have really big ridges that are pronounced. Yeah,
And
they
what was
they
that,
have
technology level?
pre-industrial.
Pre-industrial. Okay.
Okay, I do want to spend some momentum for
Yeah.
information.
So like a Renaissance kind of dealio.
Okay.
Like Napoleonic. No.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Before that.
Napoleonic is what the word I was going to
Yeah.
use.
Yeah, think 1700s.
Okay.
Mhm.
So a little,
Um,
bit, little bit.
Late 16, early 17.
Okay, so my first question is there any way of mapping out the different settlements of determining any kind of information on governmental or societal structure? For instance, is there a central hub of activity where there may be like a market surrounded by farms or agrarian areas, stuff like that?
Richard, look specifically for any observatories.
That's also a very good question.
Sorry, Titan, could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So I was going to say by scanning the layout of the different villages, is there similar enough makeup of the certain villages and towns that would lead me to believe that they lead a certain type of life? Like, is this an agrarian society that has a center of hub of activity, like a market surrounded by farms, or is it a factory in the center of town that provides work for everybody, surrounded by homes, things like that? Something that would tell us something about their societal um, makeup. You
Yeah.
could also, okay, sorry.
No, continue. Go ahead.
Like a scientist, I try to get way too wordy. That's it. I was just gonna stop right there.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, you see all of these places they're going to need they have agriculture, so there are people working the farms. There appears to be there appears to be trade that's occurring between the different towns, bartering mostly on like foodstuff goods. But there are you see that some towns are right next to like a quarry, so they could be making marble work, stonework. You see that there are some mines that are next to a mountain range that's higher up, that's further north on the planet, that potentially mine for more precious metals. Yeah, you see that that's pretty much what you get with the scan. Any more information you would need firsthand experience on the planet.
Okay. One more question. This is probably going to be going into the second half of what you just said. Is there any unique? No, sorry, no unknown materials on this planet. No unknown or unusual materials, and that includes dilithium or titanium or something like that.
Anything of interest to warp-capable species.
Right. Exactly.
Like the big ticket items.
I will take a floating momentum for that because you had your pre-question and now this is your.
Yes.
Just one moment. You do detect. You do detect the traces of dilithium. on the planet, but not enough to where it would be produced by the planet.
Ooh.
You and you detect. I'm trying to think of uranium. You detect a small trace of uranium on the planet.
Okay.
Uranium is an alloy, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Couldn't
Well,
just be a pre-industrial planet that we could ignore, huh?
Exactly. Captain, with the presence of dilithium and uranium on this planet, I think it very much behooves us to investigate further.
The alloy composition, is it Federation? Because every single civilization has their own unique makeup for uranium alloy.
I have no idea.
Well, you
But
have
I'm sure
what,
one
two
of
more
those two
floating
float
we'd
could
have-
tell you.
Send a float. I will.
Exactly. Let's spin those floats.
And while you're scanning it, find its location. With that same float, preferably.
No, I'll take another float for that if you
We
want.
got 3 float. We got 3 float. Or 2
You
float
currently
left.
have one float left.
Yeah.
You detect, in the small presence of uranium that you do detect, you see Klingon and what would be a civilian style alloy, like a private individual would have a ship made of that style of uranium.
I'm sorry, could you say that one more time?
So you did the uranium signature that you have is partially Klingon and partially civilian, meaning not specifically designated to either polity.
Right, okay.
So a Klingon alloy, but not the military's alloy.
Yeah.
That's as much as you know. I'm not going to be able to confirm that, but
Okay.
Captain, the alloys
God,
are Klingon
there's some-
and civilian. Sorry.
what'd you say, Jack? Sorry.
That was me going to just. I swear, if some civilian Klingon just like crashed his shuttle and is now playing God on this planet.
I think
I couldn't possibly comment.
I think it may be advantageous to have Stoke Rappel joining us on this away mission. Or joining you on this
Well-
away mission.
Hold just one moment. Woodjard, can you find... Are there any Klingon life signs?
Beep bop boop.
Scan
those-
for specifically, if you manage to isolate the inhabitants of the planet, scan for anyone who's not them. Don't limit yourself to Klingon.
Good idea.
So, Titan, what is the official question that you would like to ask with your one float remaining? You can use
Is
more. You can use your banked momentum, but I'm just saying you have one float left.
Is there non-indigenous life on the planet?
That's the word.
Your sensors, zero float. Your sensors tell you that you do not detect anything. Damn it, that question's very broad and I don't like it.
That's why I used it.
and yet, the Guan Yu sensors would be able to find that. Especially at this distance.
You sense the overwhelming vast majority of the population on the planet is indigenous to that planet. You do detect trace life signs of Orion.
So,
I mean,
Here's the
that could mean that.
yeah, it could mean that. However,
Orion had
we're-
previously visited the planet.
which they're
And,
not in our jurisdiction, nor is the planet in Federation space.
And yes,
I believe we need more information, Captain.
You have 6 momentum if you'd like to continue asking questions about your scan.
Where is it?
Okay.
Where is what specifically?
Where specifically are the ship, the duranium and dilithium that we've seen, and the Orion traces?
Okay. Did you want to spend 2 momentum then for both the life signs and the ship, or did you want? Because those are 2 different things.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to point out that I don't know if you accounted for this before, but I wanted to count out that as science officer, I generate 1 momentum that can only be used for obtain momentum, 1 extra momentum. So I want to hopefully have one
As
more
a science officer, that allows you to use a free question, which you have already used before the float.
Got it. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely correct.
I can give you those the answers to those questions. It would just cost 2 momentum.
Everybody cool with that?
Yeah, go for
Yeah.
it.
Alrighty.
Momentum
Absolutely.
exists to be spent.
The ship, or the duranium signature that you detected is currently in the middle of a deep forest on the outside of one of the larger settlements. I'm sorry, one of the smaller settlements. You see that there is a small settlement that is smaller than the average settlement, so it's around 400 population. You detect a duranium signature near that town, and that town is also where you find your Orion presence.
Well, Captain, looks like we're going to need to create a small away team.
I'll admit my curiosity is piqued, but this isn't one of either of our 2 self-imposed directives. Well, I did grant this planet an entire week of my time, so assemble the away team. Let's try not to start an interstellar war with potentially the Orions or the Syndicate. Just knock on their door and say, hi, we were in the area and we noticed you.
Aye, sir. Woodjud, were you with me? This is Commander Hagen to Lieutenant Commander Kelly. Meet me and Ensign Woodjud in sickbay, please.
Copy that.
Raquel will just assign a security officer to it. I don't believe she wants him with him.
Yeah, you're also the ship's tactical officer, so if people, things happen, we need you here.
I've prepared 2 random security officers.
Alrighty. Heading to sickbay. Oops, not transporter. Sickbay. Before we move to sickbay, though, are there any other questions you would like to ask about the planet?
But did we ask about biohazards like the atmosphere? Would it be harmful to?
We knew that this atmosphere would be at least relatively habitable. That's why we came here.
Okay. But is it harmful to a certain species of the Federation, though? Because we have multiple different species on board, not just human.
Well, yeah, there are a couple, like benzites it would probably kill, because they don't breathe what humans do.
But
Well, it's a logical question to ask in terms of safety.
I'm just checking the data Woodard already gave us. So sector 15327. World 1 Class M terrestrial order. Yeah, fuck it, ask it. It's
Titan,
faster
it's up
than
to
me
you.
scanning through this data.
I'm sorry. We're still on the question about biohazards in the atmosphere, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, more information. I was actually, to be honest with you, I actually thought about that, and then I said, no, of course, we just assumed that we would go ahead and find out if the atmosphere was toxic or something like that, and so I didn't ask it. But I think it's a good question to ask, so I say yes.
Sounds good. The atmosphere, it is. The planet is. Let me just 1 moment. Let me make sure that I have my data pulled up. Actually, this is top. So the planet is smaller than Earth. In a couple of different things. It's smaller in diameter, density, and mass, and has lower gravity than normal. The atmosphere is similar to class of atmosphere with oxygen as the major component. There are some different chemicals that are in there that could could increase sensitivity to some people who are allergic to those compounds. But it would be like hay fever, pretty much, stuff like that. In terms of outright toxicity, no, it's perfectly safe. You could go out there and breathe the air right now if you wanted to.
Okay, so
No
no
reason to
EV
set
space
an
required.
F-16.
Yep.
Then we need to be indoctrinated with a hyper spray or something.
Not
Inoculated.
even really that.
Yeah.
I
not
like
really.
what he said though.
Got it.
Yeah,
One of them is brainwashing.
One of them blood watching. Either way.
But yeah, no inoculations required. You're all good. Okay.
All right then.
Is that all we're trying to do? I wanna make sure that everybody has an opportunity to ask a question if they have one.
I think we were pretty thorough, right?
Yeah.
All right. New scene down at sickbay.
I'm stepping away from my computer for a second, but I am still listening in. I'll let you know.
Alrighty. And then I'm sorry, who all was down in sickbay?
I am bringing myself, standing upright this time.
Yep.
Woodyard and Kelly.
Woodyard and Kelly. All right.
And we're bringing 2 extra security officers too, just in case.
All right.
But
One security officer, 4-man team. You want to keep as few people as possible.
1 security officer, not that, but is not me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Keep it to 4. I'm fine sitting out.
All right. Vessel NPC. I need a security officer. There we go.
So what have you brought me down here for?
We're going on a field trip.
What's the job?
Pre-industrial planet appears to have a small amount of duranium, dilithium, and an Orion life signature.
And you want me on this?
Well, I need someone to examine the ship.
I mean, that's fair. It's just she gestures vaguely towards her eye.
Which is why, Doctor, we need prosthetics.
I was afraid that you'd say that. Dr. Griggs comes out.
Well,
All right.
if they're pre-industrial, you could just give me an eye patch.
Not a bad idea.
I
Right,
promise I
but-
won't talk like a pirate. Much.
See, I can't see when you say that. When you add the much on there, it makes it seem like you're going to talk like a pirate.
Yeah, but you're not on the away team.
All
Kelly.
right.
No talking like a pirate, please.
Is that an order?
The security officer looks
have to make it
immediately
one?
fed up. All right.
I won't make you make it an order.
Thank you, Kelly.
Alright.
I'm about 10 episodes away from making every internal speaker just play Merchant the Clowns exclusively.
Just rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat.
All right. Dr. Griggs, who would like to roll for Dr. Griggs for the prosthetics check?
Rokel, take care of it for me. I'm typing shit.
Sure.
Oh, is this an activation for Dr. Griggs?
It
It
is indeed an
certainly is.
activation for Dr. Griggs. This is
I think
activation
he
number
should get-
2.
I
Alright.
think he should get a focus in maybe like plastic surgery or something like that.
Well, we'll give him the focus.
Well,
in...
he already has a focus in surgery, so
Kestra, you made him. Is he a bold or a cautious doctor? To start.
He's a cautious doctor. He's who taught her medicine, so
uh,
Okay.
All right, so
Oh,
the
we get 2 because of Edwards, so we get another one still.
so the role is control medicine.
That's a really good question. So, it is going to be control medicine. However, this is going to be fun for whoever's controlling Grix. I know that it's Euroco.
Yeah.
How much? There are 2 ways I'm going to ask this question. How much work are you going to put into these prosthetics? And concurrently, meaning, what difficulty between 3 and 5 would you like to put the prosthetics at?
You know what? Greg strikes me as a guy who's just going to do 1000% instead of the 100%. So he's going to go for perfection here.
Oh
Would
my
like to
god.
cite your new focus of cosmetic alterations.
Spend momentum for the cautious medicine.
All right. So that's control medicine difficulty 5.
Spend at least 1 momentum.
The ship will actually be assisting with computers,
On it.
medicine.
Can I assist?
I think Kelly already assisted by offering an eye patch.
No, not the Kelly one. But Hagen, how are you going to be assisting?
I think she would kind of fall into an assistant role with him because this is something that she's used to doing with him.
Ignore that.
All right. Get rid of the dice. We haven't
Yeah.
rolled yet.
At
that
least
was a
until it
mistake.
gets to her, but she can help with the others.
All right then. So the difficulty was 5, right?
Yep, 5.
All
I
right,
will allow an assist with Hagen. Hagen, your assist is going to come with a complication range of 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Trained lead.
I will spend 1 momentum and spend the
Well-
rest of it threat for 5 dice.
5 dice eye. Once again, on computer medicine. Control medicine for Grix. Hagen, you will also be assisting with presence medicine
Presence medicine, which ups the comp range.
for everyone. So I would say comp range. So now this is control medicine. Diff 5 comp 2. The
Comp
assist
I-
is presence medicine. You don't have a difficulty since you're assisting, but you're going to be at comp 3.
Can I offer
Okay.
an additional assist?
Sure.
Computer, please activate the EMH. You got 3 patients,
No.
4 patients to work on.
No,
Damn it.
not happening. You don't have the EMH you don't have the EMH talent. It won't help.
We actually do.
We got it back.
Way back when.
Yeah, we kind of forgot about that.
Give me 1 second. Nope.
So this will add 1 success to whatever we roll, by the way, my
Oh, actually, yeah. There's a hologram. on it.
augmented ability.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
We need assistance in applying cosmetics for an away mission.
That is the
He-
best possible picture of Robert.
I know,
McCarthy
right?
chosen for that.
He looks at you and says, I don't know if you were paying attention to my greeting. Please state the nature of a medical emergency. Cosmetic surgery is not an emergency.
It is when there is a warp-capable starship on a pre-industrial planet. Now, please.
Is the planet going to explode?
Well, they might if these people on that planet start messing with it.
I would rather not wait to find out, Doctor. Please?
Sure. He
Thank
walks
you.
over to
I love that Kestra has been
Medical
very respectful and nice to the EMH every time they've interacted, and he's just consistently mean.
All right, where are we starting?
We're starting with the ensign here.
Oh, lovely. Hold
And-
still.
This is my first prosthetic. I can't wait.
Shut up. And he starts going. EMH will be assisting.
Alrighty.
What is his stats? I don't have them.
You didn't create the stats for the EMH? Okay.
You did not.
I think he
Using
has
the
a
attributes,
medicine,
discipline,
but
and so
maybe
forth
something.
on the sidebar. Which is not okay. Cool. I'll pull them up. Okay, we're looking at what's the roll? Just so I can tell you the numbers.
Control medicine.
All right, you're looking at control 9. How does it not fucking discipline medicine? Yeah, and then just I guess 4 medicine. Yeah, control 9, medicine 4.
Okay, who's rolling for the EMH?
Yeah, I will just roll some random d20.
Oh, you have access to the sheet.
Oh, I suppose I could actually just make the carry. Yeah, that makes sense. I will. Actually, I
Well,
don't.
the EMH,
You've
the Lord.
You've locked that character sheet.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Okay, I've got the ship and the image. I'm all up in the computers.
All right, so you want
Okay.
me to start rolling now?
Yeah. Yep. I already have all my threat. Yeah. Go ahead.
And you
Alright.
got 1 extra success on this because of me.
Okay then. Fingers crossed. Oh God. Okay.
All right. Before you re-roll anything, let's get all the rolls.
Okay.
It's going
Dear
so well so far.
fuck. Okay.
And
Hold
Kestra?
on.
There you go,
great.
baby girl.
All right. So we have how many? That's going to be.
That's 5.
6.
6.
Plus 1.
I'm gonna re-roll my comp.
Cool.
There we go. That's something.
2 momentum generated. This takes about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Ensign, as you see the EMH bearing down on you. Okay. Ensign, I require you to hold still. And he immediately anesthetizes you and goes to work.
You smile, go and fade. Ow.
You see Grix gets to work on the security officer. And then, after a little bit, Woodyard's done. All right, your turn, Commander.
Okay. I hop up on the bed.
Beta Z, right?
Yes.
I've always wondered what it's like to read minds. And he starts working on your ears.
Well, I've had a bit of a injury recently, so I couldn't tell you right at the moment.
Well, doesn't matter with me. You wouldn't be able to read my mind anyway.
That is an interesting point. Never thought about.
Yep. I like my right to privacy intact. That's why when I get dismissed, I go into an area, a void. A cybernetic void of nothingness, and it is my favorite thing in the world.
Would you like the ability to turn yourself off? I just realized
No.
there may have been times.
He starts working on your mouth so you can stop talking. Not on my watch, Kristen. It's not happening.
Let the EMH be a person.
No. He's a
We have
slave.
no precedent to that.
Yeah.
Let Janeway come back with all the rights intact. Right now, he's a tool.
In more ways than
It's
one.
like a tricorder, or
Listen.
Titan.
Otter. Yeah. After
Tricotta.
after an hour and a half, the EMH and Dr. Grix stand and look at all of you. You all look very Orion-like, except with the ridges on the under. Yeah. You see that Dr. Grix says, "I've taken the liberty to replicate some of the clothes that we noticed. While they may Kyle, have you been paying attention?
Apparently not. Carry on. That's all.
Yeah, the natives appear to wear very basic garments that are threadbare themselves. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to knit you all full cloaks, but here you go. I tried to not make them not matchy-matchy. I'm sorry if it's not your favorite color. And it goes down the line. You are all very blonde dressed, long sleeves, sort of pants that are, just like a different shade of the same color as the top. Very Star Trek alien colors, humanoids. Your green. You take a look at your mirrors. All of you look very Orion-like, except with a couple of minor morphological differences. All right. Dr. Grick says, "All right, I think we're done with your services, Doctor. Computer, deactivate the EMH." Well, my work is done.
So, to be clear, the clothes we are wearing, they are from the planet, not Orion's, correct?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
I may have misspoke, but what you just said is correct.
Okie dokie.
So they look like Orions dressed in the indigenous clothing.
No,
Yep.
we've got the ridges on our arms.
That are of the native population.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you just get the...
Well, you said they
Now-
look like Orions wearing indigenous clothing. I'm like, who the fuck made this call?
They...
No one.
Like, are we actively trying to get caught?
Well, you know that the
Yes,
natives look
and
very
frame
much
the
like
Orions.
Orions, right? Except with some minor differences.
I did take
I-
an AFK there where I said I couldn't hear, so.
Oh, that's a really big detail that you definitely need to know. The natives
I meant, yeah, thank you.
look very similar to Orions, except with some minor changes to the scales on their arms.
So,
That's why I always
quick,
send you a message when I can't heal. Okay, cool. I can work with that.
quick thing. Can we say that while we are getting this done, we have some ensigns working on just scanning basic, like, what would be a normal name for the area, what is the, that kind of thing.
Unfortunately, there are no ensigns on the planet currently. You do not have access to that information.
There's no one
That's not
reading a book out in the open.
No, how
Looking courtyards.
from an orbital scan you're trying to get
Listen,
get linked
You're
with.
telling me that we can't focus on someone's book that they're reading in their yard?
Sure, a new native language. Yeah, you guys are able to speak it just fine. No, of course not. What a wild question. It's around this time that you're good, Captain.
Just take
What?
them to the transporter room. I'll meet them there.
Okay.
Trying to use
Sounds
as many
good.
of these scenes I set up as I can.
And we go to the transporter room. Almost everybody's here who's supposed to be here. And have you on the side? You all meet in the transporter room. Who else is here? Ah, yes, the security person, vessel NPC, and security officer. What's the name of the security officer?
That security officer is Chief Petty Officer Ramirez.
I
You
want
guys should
you
be able
to
to hover over his
appreciate-
name and see it.
I want y'all to appreciate the restraint it took to not just make as many Modern Warfare 2 references as I could just then.
Mhm. Sounds good. Opening. You guys all meet in the transporter room, and the door opens, and you see Captain Edwards come out.
He's Chief Fox. I'm fairly certain
Away
changed him to his
currently.
console. Wow. Kestra, I didn't realize you look positively green with envy. Do you want to stay and I can go? Do you want to stay? No?
Chief Fox
Okay.
walks in and says, "Captain, that might be the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life."
Yeah, seconded.
Yeah, look. Puns aren't my greatest thing. Anyway.
We know.
Yeah, it was
I'm-
terrible.
Kestra, a moment.
Aye, sir. Oh God.
There's a little secret hallway back here.
It seems very not appropriate, like taking a. Sorry, I have
Was that-
modern day HR things in my head. Small little hallway, just the two of us. Sorry. Go ahead.
Kestra, just remember, information gathering, learn what you can, but we are outside of Federation space, outside of Federation jurisdiction, and the Orions are not beholden to the Prime Directive. So
Aye, sir.
get what you can, but there's a very good chance we're leaving here in the next day or so with nothing accomplished.
Understood.
Go and temper your expectations.
Understood, sir. And if we find wreckage, should we tag that for transport?
If it is absolutely, if this is a recovery and rescue mission, then that changes everything. Also, I don't know. Can you take Woodyard back to sickbay? Maybe sew his mouth shut. Come up with a backstory why he's mute. That might actually help you guys a lot.
I believe I can keep the ensign under control, sir.
All right. Have a good away mission.
Have you
Ensign
thought
Woodyard,
about
enjoy your time off the ship.
Yeah,
Kelly, keep him in line.
Why is this my responsibility? She's commanding the away mission.
Castor just kind of rubs
Titan,
the space between her eyebrows.
Titan turns to Kelly and says, "It's because I'm afraid of you."
Energize.
Fox has no idea
Um,
where he's transporting you.
I'm going to turn to Fox. It's like,
Timing.
Woodyard is to Kelly what Kelly was to me. Life is good.
Indeed. Hey, person who's in charge, Commander,
Mhm.
Hagen, where am I beaming you?
Into those woods that had the wreckage in it, that is north of that village. Near the wreckage.
Alrighty. There's some local interference in that area. Compensating.
Just set us down as close as you can get.
Commander.
And we
And-
we did bring like kind of disguised tricorders, away mission shit.
You have your standard equipment. Nobody wanted to buy anything. Unless you all want to do that now.
Nope.
Yeah,
They made their call.
I'm good.
I think we can keep the tricorders.
Hagen won't learn otherwise.
Right?
okay.
And right there is where we're gonna end tonight. As the away team is beaming down to the planet. I had a really fun time with everybody. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching this. If you are, in fact, watching this. Again, my name is Tyler. I was the GM today, and you have a great Westeros week, and see you in the stars. Boom.
Appropriate outro joke.